trying to discuss shit. Sit your motherfucking ass down. I got 3 new additions in my fucking family. 3 new fucking kids. My sister kids. You know, I ain't saying we family. No, I'm giving these motherfuckers back, man. I ain't scared. These motherfuckers get on my fucking nerve, man. 3 fucking new kids in my damn family. 2, 4, and 6. Ooh, shit, come help me keep these motherfuckers. Usually that's what's wrong with parents today. You act like you don't see shit, you don't know shit. You see your fucking kid, you know your kid ain't no goddamn good. You know, and the 2-year-old, he do whatever the 2-year-old tell him to do. 2-year-old the boss. I came in the house the other day, man, 1 o'clock in the morning. She gonna send the motherfucker 6-year-old downstairs for some milk and cookies. He just gonna walk past me like I ain't shit. I'm babysitting. I said, where you going, dude? To get some milk and cookies. I said, I wanted to hear him say it again. I said, what? To get some milk and cookies. He gonna go upstairs in the room. The 2-year-old gonna say, where the cookies and shit, you know. He gonna tell her, him downstairs. She gonna tell him, I go get this shit myself. She gonna open the refrigerator, get a little ladder. I said, what you getting ready to do? To get some milk and cookies.
You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. Time to tap in now.
You are now tapped in.
So privileged to be with you today. Goodness gracious. What a crazy week, man. Mars trying the nodes and beyond that, man. It turned some things upside down, but we here fighting a good fight called life, existence, and things of that nature. Without further ado, it's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com, learnsidereal.com, columbianexchange.com. Thank you for anybody who's the first time joining us. Get ready to have a great time. Get ready to laugh. Get ready to enjoy yourself. We off that doom and gloom. See, I've been tuned in and tapped into the ancestors, and what they have been telling me, y'all, is that motherfuckers is too serious. They say hood people is too serious. They ain't laughing. They taking this matrix too seriously, and they ain't progressing. See, we thought they was Hotep. We thought they was woke. But soon as life give you a couple obstacles, you start crying, signing up for church. A lot of y'all is deacons now all of a sudden. In 2019, you was woke. In 2021, you leader of the usher board. So let's give some ashe for those who have changed religions in the name of obstacles and difficulties. But for those who willing to fight this good fight that we call consciousness and things of that nature, we are progressing, man. We're learning, we're tuning in and tapping in to our higher selves, and we're having that conversation in relation to the truth. If you are new here, we not talking about Capricorn, nothing. The sun and the moon, we're having a new moon in Sagittarius energy. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I'm here to talk about the stars. See, the stars don't lie, but people do, right? So when you hear people say new moon in Capricorn, that's not relation to the astrological placements at all. So learnsidereal.com, where we get into the nitty gritty of why we need to study sidereal, how to study sidereal, and getting into like why even astrology is important to us. So if you interested in learning sidereal astrology, learnsidereal.com is the portal. It was even like one of these OG sidereal people. He charged like $350 for his course, and he be on bullshit for a majority of the time, right? But, you know, I could have got learnsiderealastrology.com, but I was like, you know, that's too easy. You feel me? I let somebody else get that. Lo and behold, my man done changed his whole website to learnsiderealastrology.com. If you go to learnsiderealastrology.com, you might get skimmed and scammed, and out of a large percentage of your money, maybe you want that. But for as little as $10 a month, we get to the real to real. I'm working on a presentation now for learnsidereal.com about the Earth tilt and proving that the Earth is a globe based upon mathematics, based upon observation, and bringing ourselves to an ancient mind, why we could even conceive or conceptualize that we're on a globe and what that actually means. See, it's one thing to say what you believe and what you feel or even what you heard somebody else say. It's a whole nother thing to be able to prove things mathematically and observe things from a different level. So my next lecture is going to be a humdinger, but I'm taking complicated physics and metaphysics, mythology even, and bringing it to a simple understanding that even a third grader could relate to. So in this edition of Weekly Astro Report, we'll be talking about the Sun conjunct Venus. We'll also be talking about this new moon energy, which will take place in the energy of Sagittarius. It's very important to align your new moons with sidereal astrology, because what the hell are you even caring about a new moon for? It's like going to a house party but not having the right address. You got all dressed up to go to the house party, getting ready for a Capricorn new moon, and that don't have nothing to do with astrology. So, you know, get comfy, tune in and tap in, and let's deal with the truth. But before we get into these conversations, it's something that I like to do. I like to do something that is very risque. I want to show y'all my chart, because I want to talk about these planets and these transits, how they look for me as a normal conversation, right? Because so I hear astrology and I hear spiritual people, and it's just like, what the hell are you talking about, fam? Why do I even care about what you're talking about? What are you talking about, and why are you talking about it? Are you just talking about it and hitting record and just uploading some shit of you talking? And if people liked it before, you think people just gonna really like you sitting up there talking to them? People get tired of that shit, man. So you gotta provide education, entertainment, details of shit. You gotta make this shit make sense to people, you know? Because I know you gotta work, you got kids, you got a lot of shit going on. You don't got time to really sit down and study your chart. So hopefully I can help you in reframing your understanding of astrology so you can make it simple and applicable to you. So for me, this new moon, as we can see in the sidereal astrology chart, is in the sign of Sagittarius, right in the heart of Sagittarius. In our next slide, you'll see it in like 3D, right, with your own two eyes, based upon, you know, telescopic views and things of that nature. So the Sun conjunct Moon in Sagittarius energy. What does this mean? What this represents for me is it's in my third house, dealing with my house of communication. And of course, I use the house system the same way as I use the clock, right? Whether the clock is right or wrong, it don't matter. If I tell you meet me at 3:45, we can understand what 3:45 is and we can meet at the same time. I'm not looking at the numbers more than I'm looking at what I'm actually doing. So the third house is my house of communication. What am I doing right now? I'm communicating. So how do I set my intentions? Through communicating a specific thing. And that specific thing is going to be in relation to Sagittarius. Now, within this conversation, I'm going to explain what Sagittarius means. This is where you get your notebook and you begin to take notes. Because just because you like astrology does not mean you fully understand and can grasp it. Just because other people talk about astrology doesn't mean that they fully understand and grasp it. I'm only saying what I know. If Michael Jordan can shoot a basketball and you can't shoot a basketball, do you expect Michael Jordan to say, no, I can't really shoot to make you feel better? Or if there's other people in the league, do you expect Michael Jordan to say, yeah, those people are as good as me? No, he's going to say he the best player in the NBA that ever was. So when it comes to this astrology shit, this is just my shit. I've been doing it for years. And I'm not really even comparing myself to anybody more than I'm trying to explain this shit to you. So Sagittarius energy. Let's fully put our mind in a space that we don't know what Sagittarius means at all. And we put ourselves in an ancient mindset and we begin to fully grasp it like we were a baby, like we were a 3-year-old. This is where you get the most value out of this content. Because I can even imagine before I went into this study as if I knew what Sagittarius meant. But I had to continue to dive deeper to bring a further, deeper, syncretic message in relation to Sagittarius and what it looks like. What house does this new moon fall in for you? Because then you could apply the Sagittarian principle with what you are actually personally doing. What is your form of communication? What is your house like? What is your talent, creativity like? How do you give? What is your house of service, your house of health? The 7th house, your relationships, marriages, partnerships. Your 8th house, your house of alchemy, your house of ridding negative energy or alchemizing negative situations. Your house of travel, your house of higher learning. Your 9th house, your 10th house, your house of career. Your 11th house, your house of social status, gatherings, friends, social things like that. Your 12th house, your shadow work, your psychological development, who you are as a spiritual being, having a human experience. Your 1st house, you know, how people see you, how people receive you, how people view you. Sometimes these energies have nothing to do with how we view ourselves. So we come into the point of doing inner work and shadow work so we can actually get into a space where we can see ourselves for the first time. We imagine that we know ourselves, but I preach and teach on astrology because the reality is that you have no idea who you are. Because if you knew who you are, you wouldn't be so upset. You wouldn't be pissed off. You wouldn't be so serious. You would be having fun. You would be tuned in and tapped into the ancestors and the spirit. And they telling you, hey, we kicking it up here in goddamn Nebula. We kicking it up here in Pleiades. We kicking it here on Arcturus. We having a good old time. And then there's places on Earth where they're having a good time. It's just more about your disposition. Hey, we on a fucking spinning rock traveling through the universe at light speeds. Who gives a fuck about anything? But when we are not developed, we kind of hold ourselves back. So 2nd house, finances, possessions. Sometimes you can have possessions and not have finances. You don't have to look at possessions as financial and physical. Sometimes you can possess an attitude or a disposition or a negative disposition. I hear people say that I'm broke. Well, they're possessing brokenness. They're like saying, like they go to the store and they look for the broke coat and they wear the broke coat and everything, the labels say broke, the back say broke, the sleeves say broke, the threads say broke, and everybody know that they broke. They even verbalize that they broke. You know why? Because they possess brokenness. You can possess being wealthy. You can be possessed with being wealthy to the point that if you really want to help people, you might say, it's a lot of people who say, I want to help people. I want to help my community. You ain't going to help your community if you don't get no damn money. Certain things I'll be looking up online, and I got to a point where I told my wife this just yesterday. I said, baby, we just need to get more money. It ain't nothing wrong with us. We just need to get more money so we can have enough for a down payment. In reference to getting a business location and things like that. And see, you think that it's a backdoor or it's a scheme or it's a scam, but you just got to possess a certain attitude, a certain dichotomy, a certain overall outcome. If you possess that outcome, this is our 2nd house. 3rd house, back to the 3rd house, communication. And of course, if you check the descriptions to this video, I have 2 distinct links that are absolutely free. It'll bring you to this website for which I'm using, so you can find the houses for you personally. And then you might not know, because even though I just went through them, you might want to have to look at it yourself. Of course, you can go online, or you could click the link that says, what does the link say? It says something, right? In reference to find your house, and then what the house mean and things like that. So it's cool to say that I don't know, but it's another thing to say I'm willing to learn some new information. So as we progress in the science and fight our cognitive dissonance, the sun conjunct the moon in Sagittarius. We'll be talking about that. And the sun will progress over the week into conjunction with Venus around Saturday or Sunday. We'll start to feel the effects of sun conjunct Venus around Thursday, Friday, going into Saturday and Sunday. And all of next week, we'll be dealing with what I call, what do I call it? It's like Valentine's Day, but without like the hearts and balloons. It's just going to hotel rooms and doing strange shit for change and things of that nature. On my Instagram channel, I got a video about Jupiter and Aquarius. You might, or I uploaded it on here. Check out my 22 spiritual predictions video, because that's talking about Jupiter in this energy of Aquarius. Figure out what house Jupiter is, because this is where you'll be at for a majority of the year. For me, I'll be cultivating my 5th house in Aquarius. 5th house is the house of Leo. Leo opposes Aquarius, so that's the interesting thing about my chart. See, I have an Aquarian sun. Based upon my sun being the 11th house, the 11th house rules Aquarius. So what I'm basically having to see for myself is that I have to really cultivate an area of my life that I don't know much about, because I don't have any planets in my 5th house. So now I have to really strive to find that creative punch for myself, because really that's what I'm lacking. I'm lacking in a lot of areas. I'm lacking in the 4th house. I don't have the stability like I need to. So these transit planets is really helping me develop areas in my life that I have no foundation in. House, 5th house, talent, creativity. Doesn't mean that I don't have a house. It doesn't mean that I'm not creative. It just means that I'm unaware of my potential in this area. It's easy to exemplify areas in our chart that are representative of planets where we have houses in and things of that nature. And that's like easy for us to identify. Like when you study your chart, you study your sun sign when you first get on it. And it's like, you know everything about your sun sign. But there's a whole astrology that we can begin to tap into and understand completely. So if you're serious about your chart does not just consist of your sun sign. You know everything about your sun sign is saying, in my house, I know everything about the kitchen, therefore I know everything about my house. You have a basement, you have a living room, you have 4 bedrooms, you have 2 bathrooms. So you have this whole area that's considered your house. You have this whole area that's considered your personality and how you are going to develop yourself. But you have to value your development. But it's hard to value your development if you just think you the shit because you look halfway decent, or you buy Jordans every fucking week you get paid or some shit like that. People know you at the club. Hey, there goes Shanae. And now you got a big head because everywhere you go, people be like, hey, Shanae. But you ain't did no personal development. You don't even understand your chart. And then when you do understand your chart, you half-ass with it. You just understand your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising. And now you officially woke. See, I see fake woke people, y'all, and I'm calling them. So let me get back on track. So we're talking about the sun conjunct moon for the new moon, but we'll also be talking about the sun conjunct Venus in this area. We stated last week that this area of the chart where Venus and Pluto is, although this is just a model of the constellations, we're not basing this as fact, we're just using that as a model. Constellation wise, there is no constellation associated with Venus and Pluto at this present moment. These planets are literally conjunct as Venus does a retrograde and she'll go forward into Pluto once more. So what this clearly represents is diving down the rabbit hole. So this rabbit hole is going deep within yourself and making the deep changes of transformative love of yourself. If you haven't been taking baths, all of a sudden you taking baths, right? If you haven't been washing your ass, all of a sudden you washing your ass. All of a sudden you care about how you look and how you showing up from day to day. Because Venus is conjunct Pluto, and this is your rabbit hole. And some of y'all already look good, but now y'all educating yourself in ways that you never thought you had to, because you thought your looks was going to get you through the door. You thought your D size was going to get you through the door, but now you have to develop a level of intelligence. You have to develop a level of sincerity. Sincerity is going to be our word of the day, family. Let's get that in our minds as we begin to discuss these areas for which these transits kind of highlight. So Sun conjunct Moon, Sun conjunct Venus, and then Sun conjunct Venus sextile this area of Neptune, which could be the area of Aquarius, but as we'll see in the constellations, Neptune is more closely related to being conjunct the constellation of Pegasus. Okay, and Pegasus represents an enormous amount of imagination. So that enormous amount of imagination is not all good. You can imagine a whole bunch of fucked up situations and put your mind in a plethora of fucked upness, and you'll just be sitting there just contemplating the levels of how fucked up the universe is. And it's like grains of sand on a beach. It's endless. Only when you begin to deal with the positive imagination and override the negative imagination and move yourself into the spiritual development that comes of tapping in and tuning into spirituality. When you actually do this, it's not to say that you'll be rich. It's not to say that you'll be in the most fanciest of cars. It's to say that you will be in a level of perpetual, perceivable, livable, acknowledgeable joy, right? That's the goal. And if we're sitting around here serious, mad, then we're not able to fully understand this Neptunian energy conjunct the constellation of Pegasus, right? So I know you be listening to astrologers all the time, and I probably, if you never heard me before, you like Pegasus, what the hell, like what rabbit hole did I just jump down into? Right, but stick around, right, and listen to some old videos and get caught up on the swag, get caught up on the sauce. So let me bring up my home screen. Let's do a commercial break and let's just dive straight into this new moon energy. We got a spiritual shit lined up for y'all, and of course I'll be taking calls. So if you have any questions, what the F is a fucking Pegasus? How could you ever say that Neptune is conjunct Pegasus? Save that question for our call-in Q&A coming up next. This is the weekly Astro Report with the Hood Mystic. I'm so thankful that y'all came and joined me as we come here to talk shit about these goddamn stars and things of that nature. You ain't never been in no situation where a person has delivered a full-on production in reference to astrology. People sit here and smoke blunts in front of y'all, just completely disrespectful. You know them smoking blunts make you want to smoke weed, and the difference between you and them, they ain't getting paid $1,000 a month off their YouTube channel. You going to work every day, so now you feel like you gotta smoke with these YouTubers and shit, and they lying to you. So 1, they lying to you, and 2, they smoking in front of you, and 3, they ain't even give you no production value. So with that being said, man, relax yourself, let your mind be free, and if you do want to smoke, feel free to blaze up one for me. But I'm in a fucking professional office, you feel me? You ain't just about to be smoking in this environment, you understand? But I take this shit seriously so I can set the example of what I expect from people when it comes to astrology. I don't do this shit so you could take it easy. I do this shit so you could begin to take yourself and your relationship to the cosmos seriously. So let's jump into this commercial break and let's talk about this new moon energy. New moon energy, man. Yes, it's time. It's a new moon. It's time to set those intentions, right? It's the most simplest thing we can do as spiritual people. Listen, man. If you new here, I gotta share this story. If you old here, you probably heard this story before. If you old here, you probably never heard this story before because you only watch the video for about 2 minutes at a time. Y'all don't be really watching these videos. But I appreciate you for clicking the video and watching it for the 2 minutes that you do watch it because you gotta get back to your TikToks and your Instagram reels and things of that nature. I feel you. I ain't gonna get mad at you or point no fingers or nothing like that. But when I learned about attention, it was from a lady who owned a spiritual store in Columbus. See, before I started Columbian Exchange, peace everybody, peace. Before I started ColumbianExchange.com, I was an avid Botanica spiritual shop frequenter, right? I was a regular in the Botanica. That was my oasis. And in Columbus, Ohio, it was 2 good ones. It's a lot of them now. It's a lot of spiritual stores in Columbus, Ohio, Botanicas, things of that nature. But I would frequent Pearls of Wisdom. I would frequent the Spirit of Tippereth. I done been in all of them, right? But it was this one lady, it was my wife's friend. I can't think of her name. But she had her store and she had her herbs and she had her products and things like that. And we were just chopping it up, talking about some stuff. And I asked her something weird, because in my spirit, but when I started my spiritual journey, I would be asking questions and the enlightened folk would be looking at me like, boy, you just need all the help in the world, don't you? You just, poor thing, you know? And what she said was, I don't do anything outside of my intention. Think about that. I don't do anything outside of my intention. And she had a beautiful store. It was a home that got converted into a store. It was wood everywhere, beautiful shelving, all of these occult products and books and herbs and incense and candles and soaps and just space for the kids to play. And I said, man, this is a wonderful store. How did you do it? She said, I don't do anything outside of my intention. And I need y'all to really think about that. Because when I wonder if that impacts y'all the same way as it impacted me, because this was years ago. And here it is, the beginning of a new year, the beginning of a new moon, time to set an intention. I'm not tired of setting intentions, family. See, these spiritual people, they get in front of y'all. This thumbnail ain't no joke. This thumbnail is serious business. You understand what I'm saying? These spiritual people get in front of y'all and don't tell y'all even how to be cyclical with your time. See, the thing about spiritual people, when they come in the game, they think they trying any and everything that's going to get them success and get them views and get them bookings and things of that nature, because everybody got to pay bills. And I feel that because I'm in that same boat. But then they either progress into astrology or they don't ever progress into astrology. But for a large percentage, they will reference astrology here and there. And even deeper, give me some ones in the chat if you hear people talking about new moons and full moons and shit more recently? Or just as of in 2021, did you see an uptick of people referencing moon transits and things of that nature? An uptick of it, like a more of an importance of it. Because as we progress into ancient people, we have to begin to put our minds into how ancient people thought. And they didn't rely on technology. They didn't rely on the metaverse. They rely on timing the structures and utilizing this new moon conjunction that happens every 28 days. It's such a miraculous, advantageous effect of living on Earth. Because the sun, giving its full power, would burn out and dry this area into an overall desert. But we have a moon that doesn't equate to the size of the sun in no level, but because it is close to us, it creates a shadow of effect in front of the moon, just enough to cool off our Earth for life to exist. So if you were able to conceptualize this is why you would worship the moon as an ancient being. Because intuitively, or through the instruction of the elders, you will understand that the moon controls the tide and it cools the earth just enough so life could exist on this planet. And you ain't never heard nobody say, yeah, I just came here from Mars. No, I'm from Neptune. Meaning that there probably isn't life on those planets if you really think about it, because the conditions on Earth are so advantageous that mythologies have been created to explain the mere fact of life, where we don't seem to see any life in the universe, but we seem to see and vibrate to life clearly around us, existence clearly around us. And it's only through a linkage of fucking 1 in a billion chance dispositions of life. So when we begin to study astrology and we begin to study new moons and full moons, it's deeper than just hitting y'all with hot mumbo jumbo. And when I talk about intentions, and I've been talking about intentions for years, I didn't just get keyed into, oh, it's a new moon, let me talk about it on my YouTube channel. You will literally hear me talking about I've done a video for every single new moon and full moon since fucking 2016. It's 2021. And that's just on my YouTube channel. I deleted my first blog, but in my first blog, I was covering them on a blog since 2013. That's damn near 8 years of observation. And I've been studying astrology where y'all didn't even give a fuck about it. I was studying astrology where y'all was studying and y'all was talking about all y'all voodoo shit and all of y'all spell shit. Let me tell y'all something. The same motherfuckers who was talking about that voodoo and spell shit is now talking about astrology, imagining that they're going to put the same rules on astrology. That's like saying I play basketball, but I can build a house because I'm real good at basketball. No. We going to sit with this thing. We going to develop this thing, and we going to study this thing, and we are going to separate ourselves from other people talking about astrology. Because we are going to stay consistent with it, and we're going to explain it to a ways that people can begin to understand it. And it's not about views. It's not about content. It's not about money. It's not about how you feel. It's about the downloads that come from you being exact and for you to be able to walk into the house for which you are able to walk into. And I bring that into our understanding because it's very important in my understanding that we talk about this new moon energy in its right and exact place. New moon in Sagittarius for the Egyptian was the new moon conjunct the energy of Neith, which then translated to the energy in the Hindu pantheon, the energy of Varuna, or the energy of Purva Asada, or just the energy of Sagittarius. See, Sagittarius is an evolved entity that had its root in ancient structures of human thoughts. So today I had a wonderful class with the youth in Detroit. That video is on my YouTube as well, where we were talking about the solar plexus, and I was explaining to them the symbology of the pearl. Because when the Nag Hammadi was written, it was written 2,000 years ago, but the symbology of the pearl has existed for 2,200 years, and the person who has written it has not existed. See, when we speak in ambiguity and we speak in analogies and allegories, we are able to create works that stand the test of time, because the universal laws that exist within that entity or animal or plant life structure or planetary structure will be able to be bear witnessed upon for your ancestors and your descendants, rather. Same thing with this new moon energy. I want you to stop acting like you know what the fuck is happening and act like you ready to learn what the fuck is happening, so you can begin to send out the proper energy in reference to who you actually are. In other words, you are a god or a goddess reincarnated. However, you deal with the energy of amnesia. And so because you deal with amnesia, one, you don't know who you are, and two, you don't know how your powers work. But luckily for us, we are able to tune in and to tap into the energy of Sagittarius. Now, this zoom in picture is just a view of where the new moon is taking place. And in this part of the sign, you see the sun and moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm not making it up. Your Western astrologer is making it up. If the stars don't lie, it's better that we stick into where the stars is at and not worry about what a Western astrologer is talking about. If you need more any clarification, please go to learnsidereal.com, sit and understand those lectures that were put forth with greatest of detail and effort to explain things down to a basic elementary level. With that being said, this new moon is in Sagittarius, and it's very important to have that as the mainframe and the basis for this conversation. So once we get into Sagittarius, we get to understand, where does Sagittarius come from? Sagittarius comes from an Egyptian understanding of the goddess Neith. But if we don't understand what the mythology of Neith is, then we have to begin to do some studying. I just have a quick tear sheet for us so we can begin to just get a basic understanding of how powerful this energy is, but we'll keep elaborating on some of those themes. In some ancient Egyptian creation myths, Neith was identified as the mother of Ra and Apep. When she was identified as a water goddess, she was viewed as the mother of Sobek the crocodile. It was because of this association with water, the Nile, that during pairing of deities, she sometimes was considered the wife of Khnum and sometimes was associated with the source of the river Nile. In that cult center, she was associated with the Nile perch, as well as being the goddess of the triad, right? And that would be Neith, Isis, and Mut, or Mayat, rather. As the goddess of creation and weaving is an ancient concept. You see this in Nordic mythology. You also see it in Celtic mythology. You also see it in Roman mythology to a certain degree, and especially in Greek mythology with the three fates. This creation and weaving is the universe and the Milky Way. Now, when you look up at the Milky Way, it's literally, you can start to begin to conceptualize it. The longer you stare at it, you'll begin to see the braids. You begin to see the weaving and the workings of the many planetary galaxies and stars that exist within our universe, that exist within us, right? And the weaving is connecting our ignorant asses into the deepest divine truth. Now, what I need us to do is not count ourselves out by telling ourselves bullshit about ourselves that aren't true. So the goddess of creation and weaving is how we begin to weave ourselves in the greater mythology and the universal plan. She was said to reweave the world on her loom daily. An interior wall of the temple of Esna records an account of creation in which Neith brings forth the noon, or Neith brings forth the night, the first land from the primeval waters. All that she conceived in her heart comes into being. So you are an aspect of this virgin mother goddess, the same way as you being an aspect of your physical mother. But beyond you just saying that you are an aspect of this goddess, what does it mean, Kyrie? What does it mean, Hood? I'm going to tell you what it means. Take notes with me, and I need you to fully realize this, and I need you to fully trust in this. All that you conceive in your heart comes into being, whether you like it or not. So what must we do, Kyrie? We must deal what is within our heart. And let's not assume that what's in our heart is already good, thus making us not do the work. Oh, I already know that I'm good, so I can just, no. All that you conceive in your heart comes into being, and this is the work. Very important. Having no husband, she has been described as a virgin mother goddess. The unique goddess, mysterious and great, who came to be in the beginning, caused everything to come to be, the divine mother of Ra, or the sun, who shines on the horizon. I am the things that are, that will be, and that have been. No one has ever laid open the garment by which I am concealed. The fruit which I brought forth was the sun. Okay, so when we talk about the great goddess, when we talk about Sagittarius, we talking about real live magic, okay? In a deeper mythology of Sagittarius is the bow and arrow, right? Give me some ones in the chat if you can understand, if you ever heard of the arrow being associated with Sagittarius. Have y'all ever heard of that before? Let's bring up the trusty dusty astrology chart. Y'all ever heard about the bow and arrow being associated with Sagittarius? Yes or no? Oh, we gonna be engaged today. I ain't come here to waste y'all time and not, y'all sometimes will fall asleep and shit like that. We gotta make sure y'all tuned in and tapped in to understand it. You never heard of Sagittarius being associated with a bow and arrow? That's interesting. Good to hear. Fake woke is the new church, 100%. Okay, some of us have and some of us haven't. Some of us have and some of us haven't. But look where the new moon is at. You can see the sun and the moon in the upper to the right-hand corner of this diagram. If you look closely at that glyph, you can see it being an actual bow and arrow. It's an actual bow and arrow. So when you have the sun and the moon conjunct Sagittarius, you see this, and of course, let's look deeper. You see this bright light, luminous glow right next to the sun, right? That brightness right next to the sun, that is the Milky Way. So when you think of Neith, think of the Milky Way and her bringing forth the sun. What does that mean? That means that the sun has an origin story too. The sun has a mama too. It's his life, baby. Ain't nobody born out of nothing. So the sun coming from this Milky Way energy, the sun being conjunct the Milky Way is like a son returning to his mother. Now we know the sun is a powerful energy and force in our lives based upon vitamin D. When you don't go outside for enough time, you begin to be depressed. And the sun is actually making people feel better. It's people who woke up in Florida feel good for no reason other than the fact that they live in Florida. Because the sun is a powerful energy. But the source of the sun is an even powerful energy. So let's think about this. The sun sends out energy. It don't come down on earth and say, hey, y'all, I'm the sun. I'm coming to send y'all positive energy. I'm just letting you know, because I'm here, the grass is going to grow a little bit harder now. You see that blade of grass over there? That's all me. My name is the sun. Pleased to meet you. I already know you. I helped you grow. I gave you the rays and electromagnetic energy to grow. No, it don't do that. It just sends energy perpetually. It knows its target perpetually. So if the mother of the sun is much more powerful than the sun, they say Neith is the mother of Ra, the mother of the sun. That means that this new moon is in relation to not us being there. We don't have to be there. We just have to know where we are going. And so the ego will get in this way. Well, Hood, I already got everything that I want. I don't need no intentions. It's millionaires, it's billionaires waking up with intentions to do things. How you just waking up and feeling like you don't need to have no intentions? You don't want to cultivate no land? You don't want to incorporate no people into the tribe? You don't want to develop at all? You don't want to expand at all? You completely satisfied with your iniquity and your depression and your fucking poverty? You cool with being impoverished? You cool with not being able to purchase anything that your heart's desires because you don't feel like you are worthy enough to receive that? Okay, you got shit kind of confused, and it's time to set these powerful intentions and know what we are doing. And know for the fact that setting an intention is shooting an arrow and hitting its target. See, now if they were to do Sagittarius in 2021, it would be a person with an AR-15 in the sky. And y'all know exactly what that means. Oh, he a killer. He about his business. He got an AR-15. He got the most powerful gun. The ancient mind, the arch, was the most powerful gun because that was the first time in civilization that you didn't have to do hand-to-hand combat. You can have 1,000 archers shoot a rain of archery and kill a whole army from miles and miles away or a football fields away. Right? So once you begin to understand the power of the arrow or the power of long distance attack, you don't feel like you're about to attack nobody, but instead you want to attack your targets. You want to attack your goals. You want to attack your dreams. You want to attack it with a sense of warrior energy, with a sense of fire, with a sense of ferocity. You don't want to half-ass go after your dreams because you might not get it. You don't want to half-ass be in a relationship because that person might leave you. That person might be unhappy with your ass long term. If you just give them your ass to kiss, it might work for a short time. But essentially, if you don't passionately show love to that person or show passion to yourself enough to be completely open to that person's ideas, I'll tell you, that person will leave you for somebody else. Because you think a person is cool and calm and collective, that's because they don't trust you. I'm going to say that again. You think a person is cool and calm and collective, that's because they don't trust you. Every human being has the heart to be happy. And sometimes when people ain't happy with you, they don't want to hurt you. And sometimes people are really good. But essentially, that passion, that fire, in the article, which is available on learnsiderio.com, we talk about stepping outside of your obligations and just doing that passionate thing that you want to do. Because why the hell? Let's think about it. Think about it. Why would you want to do something and not do it when you want to do it? Is it because of your relationship? Is it because of your kids? Is it because of your family? And these are the excuses that you make. But I'm going to tell you, all the excuses that you make for why you don't do what you want to do is not going to satisfy that urge. So I don't know what you want to do. but it's killing you on the inside if you ain't doing it. It's stopping you from enjoying life. It's stopping you from recognizing who you are. It's so energetic. Y'all ever heard the term everything is energy? Y'all ever thought about what that actually means in the applicable sense? I mean, it's cool to say everything is energy. Everything is atomic because energy is related to our atomic structure of our cellular buildup in our DNA. It's all built upon atomic structure and atomic theory. That's what they mean by everything is energy. Everything radiates from a central space non-physically. Everything that you do is based upon a non-physical communication, a lightning fast communication from your central nervous system, your nerves, your ligaments, your muscles, everything operating at a high level. If it is operating at a high level, and if it is, you need to be grateful for the fact that you are tuned in to the cosmos at such a deep level, but you just don't recognize it. You will beat yourself up for existential shit because you don't got enough money. You don't got enough this and you don't got enough that. But at the same time, everything is energy and you could be grateful for a heartbeat. Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all don't understand the levels of manifestation that a person be walking into when they be grateful about everything. Y'all be acting like it's okay to be 50-50 about how you feel about shit. You want to be in a relationship, be 50-50 about that. Have a job that you work, be 50-50 about that. Have a car, you kind of don't like your car. You kind of don't like your house. And you ambiguous about everything, but yet and still you waiting for that one day when you manifest the world. You haven't committed. We talked about that last week, and you haven't lived in the factual intention with your heart. With your heart. I don't know what you want. You should know what I want based upon my production, based upon my effort in my business. It should be clear what I want based upon my passion, based upon my joy, based upon the joy that I share with y'all every single week, daily for a lot of y'all, if y'all follow me on Instagram. So with all of that being said, you shouldn't be in confusion about what you manifesting. What's up, bro? I'm at work. I'll be home. I'm doing a video and I'll be home in a second. I'll be home in a second. It ain't no mystery about what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm trying to market and what I'm trying to let people get in on and shit like that. I live for this shit. Y'all step up. One day you're promoting your shit. The next day, I don't know what happened. Oh man, I ain't get the response that I expected to get off the shit. How long was you promoting your project? Oh, a day or two. How long did you promote it in that day? I posted one Instagram post. It didn't get the traction that I wanted to get. And so I just gave up on all my hopes and dreams. I'm going to just go back to work because that's easier. I am a goddamn crazy person when it comes to my hopes and dreams. I sit and think about, if you don't sit and think about, am I crazy? If that don't cross your mind at least 20 times a day, you ain't really committed to your idea and you trying to do this shit safe. A lot of y'all be trying to work and do this spiritual shit, y'all. Y'all be trying to do it. And trust me, I be trying to do it too. I can't do both. Either I'm gonna be spiritual or either I'm gonna get a job. I tried to get a job a couple weeks ago. That shit almost killed me. It was good money too. I don't got enough time to meditate. I don't be drinking enough water because you be working. You can't use the bathroom like that. Oh, no, y'all fucking up my digestive system. What the fuck? I ain't about to do all of that, fam. You got me fucked up. I'm about to be spiritual at this bitch and take my spiritual energy seriously. I'm gonna connect to my ancestors. I'm gonna shoot my damn arrows of prosperity into the fucking universe. And I'm gonna keep shooting them bitches every single day. Every single day, I gotta open the doors to my store. You may not like it. You may be uncomfortable with a person promoting himself consistently and persistently, but I'm gonna tell you something about this life. If you don't be a fucking cheerleader for yourself, I can't guarantee none of y'all to cheerlead for me. I can cheerlead for my damn self though. I don't got no problem with cheerleading for myself, because I learned a long time ago, never do nothing outside of my intention. And if I stay within my intention, I get what I want. I don't know if my wife is in the chat room, but she's my wife. She's with me every single day. She's seen me manifest shit based upon me saying, babe, I'm about to manifest this thing that ain't never been manifested before. I'm going to do things that nobody in my family has done. And I'm going to do things that people said that I could not do. And it was a long, arduous road, and that road continues to go. But trust me, I'm not moving outside of my intention for anything. Let's bring up our trusty, dusty chart. If you will notice, thank you for that donation, Co-Creative. I really do appreciate it. Thank y'all for joining me for the weekly Astro report a day early. Cause shit is crazy out here in these streets. I done bit off more than I can chew, and now I gotta consolidate and reorganize, cause you know, I done goddamn sold out to the goddamn Illuminati, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas done came and got your boy. Oh, they said I got an offer that you can't refuse. I said, it's easy to talk about it when they don't come knock on your door. Them niggas come knock on your door with that bag. You looking at that damn bag, you say, what's in that bag? You say, oh, that's for me? How much? Oh, what I gotta do? That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, I can do that. Play that little flip there. Fuck it. Boom, 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 boom. I can do that. Shit. You feel me? Illuminati done showed up, nigga. Weekly Astro reports every Sunday until further notice. About to run this goddamn checkup. You feel me? I got 4 kids, and they ain't even teenagers yet. I need to get used to making money. You feel me? I just feel like my child is 8. I got 4 years to figure it out. Because if I don't figure it out by the time of 12, my child is going to tell me that. As soon as the day that my kid tell me, Daddy, I want to buy some Jordans, I know it's over. It's over, fam. I better have a savings account. I better have some shit invested in crypto. Because soon as one say they want Jordans, guess what? All 4 of them going to be wearing Jordans. Now I got to get outfits times 4. Jordans times 4. You feel me? They babies right now, so I'm kind of like living the high life. You feel me? It's good. I'm blessed. Because they ain't 12 yet. It's going to be a point where I have a 16-year-older, a 15-year-older, a 13-year-older, and a 12-year-older. I ain't, man. Phew. Anyways, if we look at Mars, which is in Sidereal Scorpio, moving into that ophiuchus energy, and we look at Uranus, that is as good as we get. Everything else in our chart is up and above beyond the nodal axis. This means something in astrology, y'all. This is what you call a Kala Sarpa. Kala means above the axis. Sarpa means serpent. You feel me? What the fuck? Hold it. What the fuck? Yo. What the fuck going on? Yo, y'all see that? Yo, I ain't even know. Snake. What the hell? I'm talking about damn Kala Sarpa. Damn, some snakes come fucking jumping out of nowhere. Can't talk about serpents for nothing. You see that shit? That shit was crazy. I need a drink. Whew. Oh, I'm so afraid of snakes, y'all. I need a moment. So, man. Woo. Damn snakes. Damn snakes, man. Anyways, man. I gotta get my damn... I get my damn thoughts together after that one. That was a crazy one. So, Kali Sarpa represents extremes. This is when all of the planets exist on one side of the nodal axis. And so this energy, what it feels like, what it looks like, and you can get a full detail on learnsidereal.com, the mystery school, where we got the article in full detail. You can read it for yourself. But the kind of abbreviated version is that it brings about larger than life and epic situations in your life. And your life can seem strangely faded in a way. So it was crazy when the Illuminati showed up, man. They knocked on my door and said, we ain't even say nothing. I was like, I knew y'all ass was coming. We was like, we knew you knew that we was coming. What the fuck y'all want? What y'all want, head ass boys? What's going on? I've been killing it on the damn YouTube lately, huh? Yeah, you finally got your shit together, hood. You finally got off that bullshit. We fucking with you. Right? So, let me know in the chat, have y'all been dealing with some weird situations too? One's in the chat if you've been dealing with some weird situations in your life. And I'm explaining how it's going to get weirder. Does fate seems to be calling you right now in these streets? Is destiny your best friend and not your child? Twin flame energy is at its highest. Twin flame energy is at its highest. Fate is at its highest, and it's all astrological. It's all related to the Kala Sarpa. Look at the chart, man. All of the planets are above the nodal axis. All of these energies at the top of the chart is giving us more of a higher resolution towards the higher cosmological truths. See, if we had planets down here, we'd be in the mundane spaces of life. Could you just chill the fuck out while I try to do this damn video, fam? You're just doing the most right now. You just want to sit your ass down, will you? Goddamn. You goddamn snake. Goddamn sit. Sit. You ever told a snake to sit? Sit, boy. Damn it. So, getting prepared for this energy. Prepare for the best. Fuck the worst. That's a tattoo. That's a t-shirt design. Prepare for the best. Fuck the worst. Can we get that in the chat if that resonates with you? That resonates with me. We gotta submit this within the fucking chat room. We gotta come together on this. We are collectively, because we all tuning into this new moon energy as a family, whether we know it or not. Prepare for the best. Fuck the worst. We don't give a fuck about the worst. I ain't going to think about the worst at all. You feel me? Prepare for the best. That's it. Prepare for the best. Period. Right? Why? Because all of the energy is in Kala Sarpa. All of the energy is at a higher octave. So why should we be at this lower human level when our stars in astrology are not supporting that? See, when you focus, a lot of y'all focus on your money as a ends meet. I don't know if that's the proper context of the word, but like y'all value your money as opposed to valuing the thing that got you the money. These people don't give a fuck about the spiritual. They don't give a fuck about the astrology. They don't give a fuck about the chakras. If it can make them some money, they'll talk about it. If it can get y'all interest, they'll talk about it with you. But they don't really care about the shit. I mean, damn, I could talk about the past, but I ain't about to. All I'm gonna say is it feel good to understand what the spiritual shit is about, because I used to know what it was like to not know what it was and what it was about, because I felt like I wasn't a part of the clique. I didn't join the club. Only when I started to realize that the treasure was within myself and I could locate it and find it over years and years of practice meditation for no reason. You know, understand, to be a black person in a year, you live years and years of practice meditation, that left me on bum status, y'all. I don't think y'all prepared to live on bum status. Y'all prepared to do a lot of things when it comes to making money, but y'all ain't ready to quit y'all motherfucking cushy ass job and tune in to your goddamn source. Cause what did meditating get me at the time? Not a damn thing. I was living with my aunt and trying to figure it out. It wasn't that bad, but you know, the social stigma of not having a job and not having money, you know, people just really feel like you ain't really shit if you don't have money. So a lot of men don't get the opportunity to tap in and tune in to they self because they busy living in the external world. They want y'all to validate him. Ooh, he got a 14-incher, girl. He is a good man. What make him a good man, girl? I told you he got a 14-incher. He great. He awesome. I love him. What do he do that's good? I don't know. I ain't never talked to him before. What you mean you ain't never talked? We don't talk. He come, he give me the 14 inches and he go. He is so great. He is awesome. No, but in all seriousness, connecting with yourself as a man, you don't get the opportunity to do it. You go to school, you go to college, you get a job. And then if you ain't successful, you trying your damnedest to get there. And if you ain't trying your damnedest to get there, you say, fuck it. You start playing the PS5 or doing some drugs or some shit like that. Men, you never get a chance to meditate and find yourself. You just don't get the opportunity. I got the opportunity, and boy, oh boy, did I suffer behind it. I wouldn't actually, this is why I go so hard in doing what I do, because shit, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I wish you find it now within yourself now without doing no hard work, but keep that perpetual vision of your higher self. This time, this Kali Sarpa gives you the opportunity to stay in that energy. You got the sun in Sagittarius. You got the moon that's going to be transiting in this area for a new moon. You can take full advantage of your connection to spirit. You can take full advantage of the Sagittarian principle, parthenogenesis. You don't need nobody to create. And even deeper about parthenogenesis, if I told you the shit that I'm into, you gonna look at me like I'm weird. I don't need that energy, fam. If you tell a person right now all of the kinky and freaky shit that you passionate about and they give you negative energy, you got to bring out the scissors. You got to bring out the knife. You got to cut that person off, because if a person is making you feel weird for your passions, you changing ain't going to change or make the situation better. You just going to feel even weirder and even more depressed, and 2022 going to be worse than 2021. See, if you're not doing shadow work in your relationships ain't progressing. And your relationships is equating to hell without shadow work. Y'all think because y'all look halfway decent together and take Instagram photos that you are each other's counselors and mediators. A mediator don't work like that. Let me tell y'all this. A lot of y'all would still be in happy, successful relationships if you didn't isolate yourself in your relationship. And if you're going to isolate your relationship, you're going to isolate your relationship, but then y'all going to throw on boxing gloves every day and say, you wrong. No, you wrong. No, you wrong. I want you to see it my way. No, see it my way. No, you niggas need counseling. You need mediation. You need to say, Dad, what you think about this man? Mama, what you think about this woman? Because your mama will tell you, boy, you better take that girl where you found her at. Your daddy will tell you, baby, that's a thug. He ain't gonna do nothing but tell you to stuff drugs in your vagina and have him take it from Mexico back to the damn city. Relationships require mediation. Relationships require counsel. But sometimes if you don't get those things, you can actually hate somebody for which you didn't even have the space or energy or reason to hate that person, because you haven't fully accepted the facts of full transparency and full happiness. See, I'm trying to explain something to you, and it might be a long-winded way of explaining to you, but it must be done. And what I'm explaining is shadow work and looking at things from both polarities, the good and the bad. Just because you focus on the good don't mean that you extinguishing the bad by focusing on the good. You're just not doing shadow work. So when the good comes and you don't know how to handle the good, you might feel like the relationship is shit, but it's your disposition to only focus on the good. She got a fat ass. She got a pretty smile. I like the way she smell. I like the way she dress. I think I'm gonna go full-fledged into this relationship. Well, under all of that beauty is a person that is very destructive. Now all of a sudden you got flat tires and busted windows because you was out here doing too much. But you thought that she was just this pretty damsel in distress, and now she got your motherfucking car windows busted out. Now you a damsel in distress. You don't got no way to get home. Holistically, and it's so fucking crazy that I figured this out at 37 years old. Everybody that you meet gonna have a shadow side. Everybody that you meet ain't gonna be perfect. Everybody that you meet is going to require some form of emotional intelligence to be even associated with them. Even yourself. We all got quirks and we all got kinks and we all got weird shit about us. So the most important thing is for us to live in our truth. How does this relate to a new moon in Sagittarius? Well, we're talking about truth. We're talking about alchemy. We're talking about passions. We're not talking about obligations. We're not talking about, well, Terrence, if you love me, you would be here today. I do love you, and I ain't going to be there today because I don't want to be there today. I'm following my passions. I'm following my bliss, and you're not a part of my bliss because my bliss comes from within me. My bliss doesn't come from making you happy. Your bliss comes from within you. Your bliss, you may think that your bliss comes from me making you happy, but that's because you haven't evolved to take responsibility for your bliss. And these are Sagittarian themes because for the persons and the people and the couples and the relationships that are able to stand in their truth, they will fly. They will hit their target. But imagine an arrow. It's aerodynamic. It don't need a lot to it to do what it needs to do. It if you put a lot of shit on the arrow, it's not even going to be able to do what it needs to do. So that arrow got to be able to fly through the goddamn cosmos to hit its target. When you lie into your relationship, when you pour fakeness and theft and all types of weird competition, that weighs down the arrow. So you, in a relationship, you don't hit your target. Personally, you don't hit your target because you feel like you got the actual excuse to justify your negative disposition. You feel like you can justify your doubt and fear and your stagnancy to say, well, nobody supports me. They don't support you because you ain't put nothing out. They don't have nothing to support. People cannot support your inconsistency. It's impossible for a person to support something that's inconsistent. So really looking forward to what you could do out of love from your heart space and consistently. I've been having a conversation with a friend and our conversation ended a long time ago because you know, when you texting back and forth and it'll be like, well, I'm trying to figure this part out. And it's like the text messaging just end. The way that our text messaging thread ended was when she said that I don't know what makes me happy. Which is a shame because you should know exactly what makes you happy without a shadow of a doubt. You should wake up every single day perfecting your personal inner joy. But our people, we're so far removed from what makes us happy that we find joy in obligation and mundane activities. We do the obligation, work, job, vacation, normal human shit because we don't actually trust ourselves to fully go for it, to fully put ourselves out there, to completely live in our intentions, to say, I'm going to start a business and I'm going to live in my intention of starting a business. I'm going to educate myself every single day until I start my business. And you'll get some help along the way. You'll have to struggle along the way, but you will get that intention because you wanted it and you shot your shot. Okay. So maybe I'm too passionate or maybe not. Maybe I'm not passionate enough. But let's open the floor up. I'm a sing one of my favorite songs from all time. I grew up in Akron, Ohio, so you might not even recognize the song that I'm about to sing. But growing up, this was my shit. I used to sing this shit like I used to think I was damn. I don't even know who sang the song. It's like one of them cult classics. It's like this though. This is for my homies. See you when I get there. This is for my homies. Well. Y'all know nothing about that shit right there, boy. Growing up, they had this cool shit that they would do, though. When the OGs or the gangsters would die, they would pour a little liquor out for the homies. You know, and the church people would be like, why is they doing that? You know? But come to find out that the gangsters was the most spiritual people in the community at that point. They was doing libations. They was doing Sharada. What is Sharada? I need y'all to tune in and tap into this and fully understand, overstand, and understand what Sharada is going into this new moon week. See you when I get there. This is for my homies. Well. If you was born in like the 1990s, you like, what the fuck type song is that? Sharada is a Sanskrit word which literally means anything or any act that is performed, very key, with all sincerity and absolute faith in it. In the Hindu religion, it is the ritual that one performs to pay homage to one's homies or one's ancestors, especially to one's dead parents. Conceptually, it is a way for people to express heartfelt gratitude, thanks towards their parents and ancestors for having helped them be what they are and praying for their peace. I know you like Friday. I know you like to hit people with this woe is me energy. I know you like to complain about your credit card. I know you like to complain about your love life. I know you like to be jealous of other people's success, but it's Friday. You gonna get blessed today, right? Right? What I'm trying to say is, if you could get over your own bullshit and tune in to your ancestors. I know that conscious people drove that word into the ground and it don't hold no value right now. It's too much of a cliche, but if you can get beyond the cliche and can get into the atomic reality, the non-physical reality, and get into the relationship in between the sun, the moon, and Sagittarius and the Milky Way and all of the cosmological density of the energy, then you would then get a fucking 40 ounce, fam, and go to your uncle's gravesite and just sing goddamn, "This is for my homies. This is for my homies." Well. And if you do it with all sincerity, he might give you a goddamn new car. You might have to take the bus to the cemetery. I get it. But you might need some shit right now, family. You might not be in the best position in life right now. What I'm trying to say in the most eloquent, clearest way possible. One, if you understand. Two, if you don't understand. Give offerings to your ancestors as a ritual for a new moon so you can begin to connect some dots in your personal life. One, if you understand that. Two, if it's some confusing ass shit to you. Because the moment that I say that, the next week y'all come around talking about how bad your life is. And I said, did you connect to your ancestors, huh? You talking about that cliche shit that they be saying on YouTube all the time? No, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. I don't need to connect to my ancestors. Cause the person that I heard talk about ancestors was fake. That must mean the ancestors is fake. No, fam, no. No, that ain't what we doing. That ain't what we doing. You got grandma and grandpa and uncles and aunts just chilling at the goddamn cemetery. Take they ass a 40 ounce of some damn chicken wings and a goddamn bowl of rice this week. If you in LA, it's still the fucking daytime. It's fucking still the afternoon. You can go see goddamn your great grandma and shit before you go to sleep. To tune in and tap into the goddamn celestial correspondence of a new moon in goddamn Sagittarius. And the goddamn Purva Asada, Varuna energy. I know it sounds like your life is just supposed to be hard forever, but damn it, can you just do an offering for the one time? Please? Your ancestors really need it. Ancestors out here starving, fam. Why do you sit back and wait for shit to happen? This slide right here is for people waiting for something good to happen when it's a whole fucking new moon week. Whole time for you to set your intentions and live in your intentions. But yet and still you say, well, shit, I look good. I look halfway decent, hood. Especially when I put on makeup. I look real good when I put on makeup. I don't gotta do shit. And that's horrible energy going into 2022. Okay? We gotta bring about harmony. There's nothing more harmonious. Let's bring our trusty, dusty astrological chart. There is nothing more harmonious than a sun and moon and goddamn Sagittarius. That's your light and your darkness. And it's you talking to your mama about it. Mama, I've been out here thotting. And your mama saying, it's okay. Just take a vinegar bath, baby. You will get that thing tight and right. And you'll find a husband next week. Don't worry about it. Mama got you, baby. Here goes some vinegar. Sit that ass in a tub and let that vinegar tighten you up, girl. You should have told me you was acting like you was a good girl. I didn't know you was out here thotting like that, baby. I got all types of remedies for you. Here goes some wet wipes. Stop wiping yourself up with that damn toilet paper too, baby. You tearing the hair and fibers off your damn coochie now, girl. Stop that now. Treat your private parts well. You know, your mama start telling you real shit. You think your mom perfect. Your mom was thotting when she was your age. Y'all start trading stories and shit. Nothing more therapeutic than talking to your mom about real life shit. Give me some ones in the chat if you finally had a conversation with your mom about some real shit and felt relieved. Like, goddamn, I didn't even know my mom was a real nigga like that. See, here I was, thought she was a mean old lady. Here she was, they actually been through some shit. See, your mom human like you, fam. Your mom can goddamn help you cross that goddamn bridge, fam. You need your mama out here in these streets. Y'all get woke and start hating your mama. Weirdos. Weird energy. Weird ass energy, man. You ever talk to your mom about some real shit? You be like, goddamn, mom, you a fucking gangster. Goddamn, I ain't even know. So when you look at, that's harmony, right? Because we be so ignorant on shit, so lost on shit. Don't get no guidance on nothing. Think we so smart because we went to college and shit. We done went to college, done met some college friends, met a college professor. They done propagandized our ass into some goddamn bullshit. We 2 steps away from joining a cult. Talk to our mama, and our mama be like, yeah, when I was your age, I joined a cult too. You like, mama, what? I thought you was with daddy forever. No, it was that one time I joined that sex cult my first year of college. That shit was crazy. I wouldn't trade it for shit. Baby, you should probably do it. But just give me your number and text me the safe word. What's our safe word? Mama, I'm practicing Western astrology and I love it. Oh, baby, we sending the goddamn FBI, CIA, and police to come save you. That ain't my son. So, all 22, you shouldn't be sitting there waiting for something good to happen for you, right? You shouldn't be good for something happening for you. You need to figure out, are you an alto? Are you a tenor? Are you a bass? Are you a soprano? And you need to find a fucking a cappella group and stand on a block and start singing goddamn doo-wops until y'all get a record contract. You feel me? Because it's weird to act like you just out here living life by yourself. Y'all really got this shit real weird in the space where y'all trying to isolate yourself and trying to live y'all best life at the same time based upon social media programming. It's quite natural and quite normal to connect with people. So this is the 4-way. This is the entryway to success. The Purva Asada means before the festival. So, and this is in relation to the 9th house, which rules Sagittarius. See, before the 9th house, quite naturally, you have the 10th house, the 11th house, and the 12th house. But these houses are explicitly about you and the world. Are you ready for the world, oh Sheila? What y'all know about that ready for the world? Nothing. Y'all don't be listening to no good music, fam. Anyways, we speaking about harmony. Oh Sheila, let me love you down. All 22 based upon harmonious relationships. If you thinking about doing it by yourself, you got it confused. And then if you know somebody that's successful and they fuck with you, they like you, humble yourself. Ask questions. Figure out how you can help the situation get better. They got the alto energy. You gonna come into the situation with the bass. Ba-doom boom boom, ba-doom boom boom, ba-doom boom boom, ba-doom boom boom, and then your boy come in with the soprano. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. You feel me? Making music. But you see how difficult it was for me to come up with the harmonies by myself? I need my doo-wop group with me on 22. These is the energies. These are the intentions. And you might have to do some inner work to get you to that point. But all in all, with this particular ninth house transit and ninth house energy, you gotta put yourself out there. Let me love you down. Baby, if it takes all night. What y'all know about that? We doing harmony today. Never say no. In reference to the friends that you're going to be making in 2020, because y'all will go into 2020 with all these personal goals and no social goals. I'm sorry, but Jupiter is in Aquarius and the sun is going to be conjunct the moon in the ninth house, and all of this energy is oh my goodness. Kala Sarpa. It's all higher celestial base where you have to get over your fucking self. You can't bring your stigmas and your fears and your developments into a relationship and hopefully wish for them to thrive. You're going to have to pour into those relationships with positive energy. And if you out here saying, no, I can't do it. I don't like people. Bitches don't like me. I only got man friends because I don't get along with women. I only got girlfriends because I don't like dudes. I don't like this person. I don't like that person. I don't like him. I don't like her. These are y'all intentions, and it's easy to stand in that intention. It's easy to say that I don't like people, so let me isolate from people. There's no challenge in that. There's no effort in that. That is, you know what was happening? I don't know. Somebody is on this chat, probably posted the video on IG. I think somebody posted it. But when you alone and you don't like dealing with people and you like isolating yourself, you ain't alone. Nope, it's you and your demons. And your demons is fucking up your life. And they just got you in a safe position all by yourself. Now you got to get up out of your fucking shell, right? And get in alignment with this damn energy. Ain't nobody building shit by themselves. And if you feel like everybody is the problem, you got it fucked up. You need to do shadow work and figure out how you can contribute to people. Stop blaming people for your loneliness. That don't even make sense when there's people out here. You ain't put yourself out there like that. You have not introduced yourself into circles. You have not put yourself out there. You do not be out here being social. You just be out here assuming that you don't got people that fuck with you. And you are becoming a fucking self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's not cool. You need to live in your intention of tribe life. Because that's normal. You want somebody to rub your booty. You want to rub on somebody's booty. You want somebody to bounce ideas off of. You want somebody to build an empire with. You want to do this shit. Stop saying that you don't. And because you don't know how to, you're going to blame everybody else. 2022, you got to get off that shit completely. Don't go into no new moon with blaming people for your personal desires. You want it to be successful. So live in that intention. Make the whole world know what you about. Don't send out confusing energy with this new moon. Don't send out 50-50 energy. Don't put your bow and arrow towards your target and your goal and not have a specific target and fucking goal. That's crazy. What you want to manifest? Well, I don't know. And think that shit is cool. That shit ain't cool. What type of wife you gonna be in a relationship? I don't know. I'm gonna just be a wife, just regular wife, regular. That's not cool. What type of husband are you going to be? What kind of protector are you going to be? What kind of provider are you going to be? What kind of father are you going to be? Shit, I don't know. I was just getting some pussy. You know, I ain't even really think about that real like that. I ain't think that deep about it. Niggas love telling you that they ain't think that deep about it. As a fucking badge of honor. Shit, I ain't even think that deep about it, hood. I don't even know. Fuck that. Think deep about it. Cause you gonna have to stand in them spaces. Especially if you getting pussy. Cause getting that pussy gonna turn you into a father whether you like it or not, fam. Getting that pussy gonna turn you into a provider whether you like it or not. You better have some goddamn vision of what type of man you gonna be out here in these goddamn streets. Cause ain't nobody giving you shit, fam. Ain't nobody giving you a damn thing, and you can give yourself any and everything by simply moving yourself out the way, cause you always telling yourself how people are. You know people is fucking, you know people can't be trusted. No, you can't be trusted. Stop putting that on people. You know everybody done been through something. No, you've been through something. Don't imagine that I've been through something and give me that energy. I ain't been through shit. I'm good. What the fuck you mean? I ain't dealing with you so we can share sob stories and shit. Niggas swear because I do spiritual shit that it's okay to share sob stories with me. Actually, that's how you get deleted off of my fucking friends list. A negative energy. I'm not absorbing no negative energy for a stranger. I got 4 kids. And if I don't buy my kids the proper amount of snacks, they might completely disown me. I don't have enough energy to process your emotions. As adults, you should be able to be accountable, responsible, and available. You should have your skills and abilities easily identified. You should know what you are bringing to the table. And if a person ain't specifically asked you for your advice or help, you should specifically know how you're going to help that person. I'm not going to fucking pull no goddamn wrenches out and pull no energy out of you to help me do shit. I'm going to keep rolling and keep moving like I've been moving. Yeah, man, I can help Hood do the goddamn videos. I'm a goddamn video technician. He just won't ask me. How the fuck I know that? How I know your damn skills? How anybody know your damn skills when you don't fucking scream on a fucking mountaintop and let us know what your fucking skills are? You sit and tell us, oh, I'm gonna get a reading because I'm feeling down and out. Meaning that you only want to come around me when the conversation is signaled to no. I can't do it. I'm feeling down and out. And you want me to fucking go inside your body and rearrange some shit so you can feel good. No, that's vampire shit, fam. I learned a long time ago. Raise your prices and tell people to kiss your ass. Cause the time you spending on them, you can spend on yourself. Once I stopped reading and I raised my prices, I wrote fucking books. Do y'all hear me? I wrote fucking books after I stopped reading people. And I didn't stop reading people. I just raised my prices. I valued my energy and I didn't quit. I said, I'm going to give myself the energy that I've been giving people because I was tired of watching people come up off my energy and I was fucking struggling with my wife and kids. I said, boy, oh boy, you're going to have to trust your own energy. If your energy can help other people, it got to help you out. That wasn't a lie. So I challenge you. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. Stop assuming that I know what you're good at. Stop assuming that other people know what you're good at and you don't scream it from a mountaintop. You don't open up your store. If you don't open up your store, can't nobody buy your products if your store is closed. Did that make sense? Can't nobody support your business if you don't start it. Can't nobody support your movie if you don't write it. Can't nobody buy your book if you don't write it. None of this can happen until you start to identify your intention and live in that intention. And if we move into Capricorn energy, which we would be, you should be ready to scream on your business idea and your collective and what you do best from a fucking mountaintop. Because if you don't know it or not, your friendships and your relationships is the major key point of your prosperity and your survival. What you will realize is everybody that's rich is they rich based upon their associations. And people that are poor based upon their lack of associations. If you don't have the funnels and the channels to bring in prosperity, you won't receive it. But if you start to build relationships, authentic, sincere relationships, and you provide valuable energy, you will begin to see how powerful you are, and you can start to redirect that energy to yourself, redirect that energy to your customers. You start to understand your energy, your electron base, because you charge your energy with prosperity. You charge your energy with love. You charge your energy with passion, and you send it off, and you infect people with positivity. You infect people with prosperity. You infect people with power. You charge your energy up. See, the difference is that you charge yourself up with, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm afraid. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be successful. You charge your energy up. Everything is energy. Even what you say to yourself, your thoughts, your emotions are an energetic disposition based upon your overall outcome. So take this time seriously to focus and fixate on what exactly you are wishing to manifest, and don't stop there. Walk in it. Okay, live in it, stand in it, stand from a mountaintop and let people know that for which you are manifesting. Get your warm steams from ColumbianExchange.com. Get that sloppy, woppy, rappy mac and cheese. Flip-flops running in the rain. Energy going into 2022. That slip slop. Splish splash, I was taking a bath looking ass. Girl, it been feeling different lately. Your wife gonna look at you like, what you trying to say? Nothing, I'm just saying it just feel different. Is it good? No, it's real good. What you been doing? All I did was buy a steam from Mama, let me call her Mama Mystic. This is Charmaine's boyfriend, and I just want to call you and say thank you. I love you. And here go $100 tip. Got her that wet back together again. You feel me? ColumbianExchange.com. We ain't fucking around, man. We going for the jugular in 2022. I got kids. I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all like for me to play around. I ain't playing. So no. Sun conjunct Venus. Let's bring out our trusty Dusty. Our trusty Dusty chart. This is going to be later in the week. Thank you, Sharika, for the donation. Real lot. Only real ones give super chats. You feel me? I feel you. Heart of inspiration with the donation. Appreciate the love. You know I got kids and they hungry. You don't got to give me donations. Y'all got 4 years to play it cool on the donations. What's this year? 2022 plus 4, that's 2026. 4 years from now, it's going to be donation only. God damn it. I ain't playing around. It's going to be a goddamn, I'm going to be passing around the offering plate. They be like, Hood, why you giving us this goddamn offering plate? We going to be in the metaverse and shit. I'm going to set my shit up to be a church. Y'all going to be coming to my goddamn spiritual church in the damn metaverse. Y'all walk up in my shit, it's going to be ushers. You feel me? In the all white with the white gloves. With the onks on them and shit. And I'm going to be like, before I say anything to the congregation, I'm going to need my ushers to come to the middle pew. Ladarius, Tashandra, come up. Now we're going to do 15 offerings. And I'm going to lay them out for you. So when I do my sermon, you don't ask no questions. We got the building fund. We got the Elon Musk fund. We got the pastor fund. Can't forget about the pastor fund. But you know, right now it's pretty cool. In the future, I promise y'all will not be able to see my content without a goddamn donation. No, but for real, as we can see, this is a progress chart from the earlier chart. Trying to find earlier. The sun and the moon was conjunct in this area a little bit earlier in Sagittarius. Later in the week, the sun will progress into Venus area. And as you see, sun conjunct Venus will sextile Neptunian energy. Major downloads, but it's a caveat to the download. What is the caveat? The caveat is sun conjunct Venus. Especially going into a weekend when the sun conjunct Venus, your expression is in alignment with your subjective passion and the energy for which that is in, like we stated earlier, it's in the void energy. It's not in a particular constellation. This would be the moon, void of course moon, but it's not the moon. It's the sun and Venus in this voided area. This signifies great massive change. And of course, if you're able to understand your passions, it don't have to be dramatic. And I'm only saying this because the majority of us don't give a shit about our passions. We only care about our paycheck. We only care about our mundane activities. So within our trying to figure out our passions, trying to cut through the minutia or break through the glass ceiling, the easy way to do this is by sussing out our obstacles. Sometimes we look at our obstacles and we run from our obstacles. We look at our barriers and we run from our barriers. Sometimes we can have bad credit. Sometimes we can have poor income, low income, poor rental history. Sometimes we can have a combination of multiple things. Sometimes we can't be that smart. Sometimes we're ugly as shit. Sometimes we have bad health. Sometimes we have bad hygiene. Sometimes we be told the fuck up, totally crossed out, right? Just fucked up. And the person that's successful identifies, this is real shit. You identify where you're fucked up and you start to make changes. Because anything else outside of that is completely uncivilized. So if you're serious about leveling up, going into this weekend, you have to develop a level of sincerity and a level of truth. You don't do it by seeking out perfection. And a lot of women, a lot of feminine energy, a lot of men who were raised by women, they seek out positive energy, they seek out perfection. And when shit hit the fan, they're not prepared for it. So duality is really fucking you up because you really imagine that good exists in itself. And if you can surround yourself with enough good that you could be in a space of completion, but if you come into a space of truth, you wrap yourself in good and bad, and you find good through accomplishing or conquering the bad, but you're not externalizing it. You're not fighting your goddamn baby daddy. Like Hood said, I gotta face my obstacle. Jermaine, I need to meet you in the back alley and beat your fucking ass with a baseball bat. And don't be mad at me. I was just listening to the Hood Mystic talk about astrology. He said something about obstacles, and you're the only person I could think about. I got this bat in my hand, so just meet me. Let's just fight. I just want to beat your ass because you my obstacle. No, we're not talking about external obstacles. We're talking about interior, inner working obstacles that, so an obstacle could be something as simple as somebody asking you a question. Somebody could say to you, if somebody tell you, are you pregnant? And you're not pregnant, it's cool if you like, no, I'm not pregnant. I'm just a little bit overweight. It ain't nothing. I'm just kind of pudgy with it. That's you kind of being funny about it. But if you be like mad about it, like, how could you even say that? Like, then you're not even honest about, because you mad about being overweight, or you mad about it. Because if you recognize, it's like, if you can see like I'm overweight, that don't mean you're supposed to be sad about it or be triggered about it. You can say I'm losing weight, or I ain't gonna lose weight, or whatever the case may be around your weight. But the idea is not to ignore it. The idea is to not be triggered by it, because these represent obstacles. Now, if you look at that obstacle of you losing weight and you say, I don't personally need to lose weight, but you better not say shit about my weight, then that's a personal obstacle. If you feel like, you might feel like you don't need to get your credit. You might not feel like you need to get your money together. But when the girl that you like want to go out and go to the club and shit, you want to be mad at her. Why you always want to go out to the club? Why you always want to waste money? If you broke, just say you broke. If you don't know how to manage your money, just say you don't know how to manage your money. That's an obstacle. That's not an external obstacle. That's an internal obstacle. No, because every black dude be having money problems. It's because we black and we live in America. It's not my personal obstacle. No, that's not the case. It's a lot of black people in the fucking country and in the world, and all of them ain't fucking broke, fam. A lot of them got their shit together, believe it or not. You need to get around one and learn from one. For real, before you start to generalize your own fucking gender. Until you get around men, you might think that black men aren't materialistic. You might think that black men aren't geniuses until you get a fucking around them. And you get around them, you like, goddamn, you fucking powerful, my guy. Is you a superhero for real? Like, goddamn, you gotta be a fucking superhero. Fucking testosterone levels out of fucking control. Slow this nigga down. How you that tall and that strong and shit, fam? You making me uncomfortable. And you smart too. The fuck? Is you a goddamn God or something, man? And you ain't just telling me this shit. I'm just sitting here talking to God, don't even know it. I'm goddamn smoking weed with your ass. Keep it a buck, dog. Is you God? Keep it 1,000, man. I'm gonna put the weed down. I probably ain't gonna put the weed down. I really ain't gonna put the weed down if you tell me you God. But come on, man. Tell me something. You know, the internet will generalize black men, but you probably ain't never even been around black men for real. I'm talking about community-driven, real-life men out here just driving in a fucking Chrysler 300, going fishing on Saturdays with goddamn fucking $500,000 in the fucking bank account, just spoiling their goddamn daughters and grandkids with all types of shit. You ain't never been around no goddamn black man before. You don't know shit about being a black man out here in these fucking streets. The thing about the black man that's successful is that he no doubt had to deal with obstacles and overcome them obstacles. But generalizations can keep you isolated from your goddamn greater higher self. You want to challenge and compete with your higher self, and your higher self will fucking climb on fucking Mount Everest if you told him that it was some pussy up there. I'm sure the first person to climb Mount Everest, they told him, Tatalicious is up there. He said, stop bullshit. No. She got the goddamn fire pussy, fam. But she at the top of the damn mountain. I'm gonna try it. He made it up there and ain't see no girl. He was so mad. He came down there and fucking beat everybody's ass. But level up still. With that being said, this is a more of an evaluation, because a sextile, you figuring out was always a level of result coming off a new moon. So the reason that I got this picture up here is because Y'all be so surprised when the pregnancy tests come back positive. And I just be having to scale back. So do y'all be having sex? Yes, we have sex. Y'all be having sex raw? Yes, we have sex raw. How often do y'all have sex? Well, we have sex about multiple times a day. How often in a day? Every single day. So even when she ovulate, y'all be having sex? Ovulate. Now explain to me what ovulate is, hood, because I heard that word before, but I ain't never, you bringing it up in a sentence, that mean I should know what that is, huh? Yeah, fam, you should know what goddamn ovulation is, especially if you got a goddamn kid or you having sex with a woman. You don't know when she ovulate? No. When do she ovulate? 2 weeks from her menstrual. So why do that even matter though? For real, hood? Because she can only get pregnant when she ovulate. For greater or for lesser. Exceptions to the rules. But you can reduce the chances of pregnancy by 75% if you just simply don't have sex while she's ovulating. Now she's pregnant, your ass better figure it out. Don't be sitting here scratching your head because you was like, whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Who's going all crazy and shit. And now when the baby come, you want to be stressed out. You want to act like you don't even like her. See, I don't even really like her attitude. She be really tripping all the time. You wasn't giving her that energy when you was, whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name, looking ass boy. Now you gotta figure it out. So I'm giving you the negative. Whose is it? Whose is it? And now you want to be like, what you mean you pregnant? It ain't mine. I know it ain't mine. Oh, we gonna have to get a blood test because see, I can't even have kids. What you don't know is that I can't even have kids. That's how I know it ain't mine. Whose is it? Whose is it? Oh, this pussy so good. Oh, I love you so much. What you mean you pregnant? They don't even see. See, you just like them girls that Kevin Samuels be talking about. I knew I shouldn't have messed it with you. I knew I shouldn't have messed it with you. You going to put me on child support, ain't you? She figured it out. She figured it out. Look, if you want to leave, you can leave. But before you leave, let me get that damn social security number up out your ass. So the love aspect, let's bring up our trusty dusty chart. The love aspect of this chart would be Sun conjunct Venus in this energy of Sagittarius or this energy of the void. The love. The sextile would be the Neptune and the third decan of Aquarius. Whose is it? Y'all be for real trying to figure out whose pussy it is too. Y'all don't even have no idea. It's everybody pussy but yours, fam. Y'all need to stop asking that question. It's 2022. It's somebody else's. Probably a nigga from Jamaica if we gonna be honest about it. It's a couple of niggas in Jamaica. It's his pussy, man. Damn nigga named Edward or something weird like that. Fucking, she can't stop thinking about the nigga in Jamaica, fam. You are number 15 on the list. You just are a good guy. You need to just stop asking that question altogether. Just throw the question in the garbage. But the love, Sun conjunct Venus, the truth, Neptune in the third decan of Aquarius. So if you able to full, like, love and truth is available, but these is very tricky subjects, fam. Where you think is love is probably obligation. Where you think is love is probably centered with a lie. Where you think is truth, that motherfucker don't even love you all like that. Person, come to find it, you could be in a relationship with somebody and they don't even like your ass for real. Let alone love you. And you like, damn, I thought. No, you ain't thought nothing, fam. This shit over with. I don't like you. And I don't love you. So what is the difference between truth and love and how you can begin to direct it? Truth gives definition and direction to love. Love gives compassion and kindness to truth. So these things are not synonymous, and these things require in your relationship open and honest communication. If you are serious about your relationship and both partners are serious about this relationship, please don't let the relationship fall because y'all never sought counsel. It's like y'all got two knives and y'all stabbing each other and y'all just waiting for whoever to win. Like, love is a battle for y'all. And to bring about true positive relationships, you have to incorporate truth. And that only comes from open and honest communication. That love is what you are giving to the situation. And nobody is accepting. I speak on behalf of all the men. We don't view you looking halfway decent as considerable of a value of what you give to the relationship. I know he not going to say it. He ain't going to he don't want you to get mad. He just know that you think your looks and your makeup and your physical shape is all you need to contribute to the relationship. And even if I thought that, it's other shit that comes up in our lives, and if we don't have the skills and tools to actually combat these problems, then our relationship is going to suffer. If our relationship suffers, then our lives suffer, our livelihood suffer, our well-being suffer, and it can all be adjusted if we can learn to be honest in our most intimate relationships. If we can start to give to this person and not treat them as if they're a fucking dog, giving them slops to eat and making sure that they do tricks for us, as opposed to figuring out, how can I contribute to this man? How can I contribute to this woman so she can live the most adorned, special life, most destined life known to man? And the only way that it exists in truth is if the wife feels the same way about the husband. Y'all both have to come with that passionate energy. In relationship, there is no passionate energy, and this is why men is up in the strip clubs, and this is why men is buying prostitutes. Because if a man is exhibiting or living in passion in his relationship, he ain't thinking about that. If a woman is living passionate in her relationship, she ain't entertaining men on Instagram. She too consumed and too compelled with the love that she experiencing in her relationship with her man to be entertaining somebody else. But when that man ain't giving it to her, she ain't receiving it. So quite naturally, she ain't going to give it to him. And the relationship is just trash. The whole shit just trash and it need to be thrown away. The reality is y'all both need to give at the same level. Y'all both need to be super thirsty for each other. Super in love and super passionate and super honest and open, because that's the key. What I'm saying is, if I tell you my truth and it makes you look at me differently, it doesn't mean that something is wrong with me. It means that we shouldn't be together, because I need to be able to stand in my truth and not you feeling like you need to leave or I need to leave or it's a problem. And the reality is that there are billions of people in the world. So if you're not willing to accept my truth, be strong enough to say, I can't deal with your truth. And I'm going to step out the way and let somebody else deal with you and your bullshit, because I ain't with this shit. That's the best way to go. as opposed to just staying in shit obligatory. We doing this for the kids. We doing this because this. We doing this because that. No, just let it go. Because you deserve to be happy unequivocally, unrequitedly. Let's deal with some spiritual shit for the 1 time and the 2 time and the 3 time.
He gonna tell her, him downstairs. She gonna tell him, I gonna get this shit myself. She gonna open the refrigerator, get a little ladder. That's what you get ready to do, to get some milk and cookie.
You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. Time to tap in now.
You are now tapped in.
Peace to everybody joining me for the Sunday edition of Weekly Astro Report. Today we've been discussing the spiritual implications of the new moon in sidereal Sagittarius, as well as the Sun conjunct Venus, sextiling the energy of the transpersonal planet of Neptune. It's very important to tune into the article because it's a quicker read than this video. You can read the article in 2 minutes while this video is going at 2 hours. So I do be wanting y'all to get the information. That's why I do post the article. You can find the article. I always post a link to the article in the descriptions. Join our social media site titled The Mystery School. It's just a place to come and, you know, kick the shit, shoot the shit, you know, and just kind of spread the word, meet people, talk to people. Just a regular social media site with for regular folks. You know, you might find some people in your area. It's a few people in the Detroit area that not that I've met, but I've noticed that, oh, they in the D or they in the surrounding area. So it's really cool. Of course, you know, it's still the internet, so do your due diligence on people. You know, I don't promote nothing, but y'all grown and y'all gonna do what y'all do anyway. Just know that I don't vouch for nobody but Kyrie. I don't vouch for nobody but myself. But spiritual shit, this is episode 3. And the overall gist of the conversation is learning how to laugh and be woke. What I noticed in 2021 is that spiritual people stopped laughing. They started taking everything serious based upon the whatever the media agenda was pushing. I heard spiritual people say you gotta get mace, you gotta get knives and guns because they coming for you. They about to kick down your doors, and maybe they still about to do it, but in the time that they was talking about preparing for it, that shit ain't happened. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't prepare for it, but in the meantime, in between time, you need to figure out how to enjoy the life before they come kicking down your door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Fauci, don't put a mask on me no more, right? I'm sharing this meme. I've been sharing this meme for years, but, you know, it's one of the most sincerest paragraphs that I've ever read. And even me, I can easily get out of this emotion and trip into some serious shit, but I'm not perfect, nor have I ever claimed to be. But in the reference of considering laughter taken from the Psychonaut is consider laughter. It is the highest emotion, for it can contain any of the others from ecstasy to grief. It has no opposite. Crying is merely an underdeveloped form of it, which cleanses the eyes and summons assistance to infants. Laughter, is the only tenable attitude in a universe which is a joke played upon itself. So when I see a woke person, fight the power, Hotep, we will defeat the evil white army. I will attack you with my Ankh. I seen a nigga do a video with nothing but baby oil on. I mean, this nigga had nothing but baby oil and just was talking about deep shit. I'm like, that goddamn baby oil must be getting this nigga high or something. That baby oil fumes, he was using entirely too much. Cause you know baby oil, Johnson & Johnson, that shit ain't good for you. You know they took that shit out the stores. They stopped making baby oil and they started, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that the base of the Johnson vaccine was baby oil. It was a combination of baby oil and baby lotion. So to use that on your skin, it's like putting vaccine ointment on your body. And I say all of that to say, my mans was just sitting here just talking some hot shit. I was just like, damn, this nigga. What if Bobby Hemmett did his lectures with baby oil? He took off his shirt and started talking about damn Atlantis. What if Reverend Phil Valentine and Bobby Hemmett and Delbert Blair did lectures with no shirt on? Showing they fucking dad bods and shit. And then we come into 2021 and see niggas butt ass naked speaking this goddamn fucking hot fire, and we just supposed to accept it. Nigga, you need to be on OnlyFans. Get off of YouTube. Is this porn? Was he? My nigga was about to get some ass. He wasn't about to do no damn lecture. He was right about to get some ass. Stop. He's like, you know what? Before I jump into this pussy, babe, I gotta do this video real quick. This whole stay right there. I'm about to talk about these goddamn anatomical birds that don't exist, but I ain't about to put on no shirt. I'm gonna keep this baby oil. Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying right now. Oh, shit. He was about to get some ass and then forgot. I scheduled a fucking video to talk about the damn Matrix. Babe, you gonna do a video with the baby oil on? I scheduled it. I can't, can't let my fins down. See, fake woke people. And don't y'all laugh, because I'll be seeing y'all in the damn chat rooms. I'll be seeing y'all in the chat rooms. Preach, brother. Talk that talk, brother. Goddamn black fist emojis and shit. Don't be laughing now. Don't be laughing now. Okay? Now, don't be spiritual and crying. Don't be spiritual and sad. It's okay if you feel those emotions. Just understand that you're not connected to the cosmos. The cosmos, just by their very nature, they can see the world as a whole. They don't know what's happening between you and Jermaine. So for you praying to your ancestors, telling them, Auntie Rosa, I let Jermaine drive me off at work, and he went and go cheat with his baby mama while I was at work. I pay the rent, I pay the bills, I do everything for him. Auntie Rosa don't give a fuck, baby. She looking at the whole shit as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? So stop complaining to energies because they don't see you, they don't understand you, they don't feel you. You need to start vibrating at a higher frequency and a higher octave, and this is simply on the energy of laughter. If y'all not laughing, you are not connecting. Get anybody, let's argue. Tell me why you need to be so serious in a world where they was giving PP loans to goddamn pimps and shit like that. Everybody got a PP loan except me. I'm salty. Why y'all didn't tell me? Y'all got PP loans too. Y'all didn't even say nothing. Hood, I can give you the goddamn, my cousin, she do PP loan scams. Why didn't y'all put me on to y'all cousin that did the PP loan scams? For real, for real. That's a serious question. That's real shit. I could have used that 20K, fam. For real. Ain't nobody playing. I'm gonna say this nicely, but I need y'all to really understand. I'm gonna drink some water. You know, some of these spiritual niggas that smoke blunts on their videos. Now, all the blunts that these niggas done smoked on their goddamn lives, have you ever seen them drink water? Put 1 if you ever seen them drink water. Put 2 if you ain't never seen them drink water. I want to see if y'all paying attention. All the blunts they been smoking, have you ever seen them drink water, though? How the hell you just smoking blunts and ain't drinking water? How that work? How do that work? You ain't even hydrated for real. So let's think about it. If you are tuned in and tapped into the cosmos, reincarnation, multiple lives, gods, deities, energies, goddesses, gods, cosmos, stars, universes, galaxies, what the fuck you sad about? Oh, your girl cheated on you? Your girl not happy? Your girl is broke. You broke. You not. What is y'all so sad about? What is y'all so hurt about? Because we dealing with some spiritual shit. Y'all put 2s. Y'all really paying attention. I thought y'all just gonna put 1s. I switched it up on y'all. Y'all be on. Y'all sharp. Y'all goddamn sharp as hell. Can't put nothing past y'all. Listen, 2022, I don't care about your sadness. I don't care about your sob story because I've been doing readings for years. And I feel like I've reached the level of hearing every single sad sob story that there is. And I've come to the overall overwhelming conclusion that I don't give a fuck. I don't think nobody gives a fuck. I don't even think that you should give a fuck. You want to go to the damn mall and walk around all sad and shit. Looking like damn Carlton from the Will Smith show. Lonely. I'm so lonely. You be handsome too. Good looking. I have nobody to call my own. Ooh, looking ass boy. Stop it. You know what's the most magnetizing energy force that I've noticed that's been like really working for me? Hitting people with the Colgate smile for no reason. I be preparing my, like, you know, when you walking up to somebody and you see that person, y'all, you know you gonna cross paths with them, so you can prepare the face that you're about to make. I start smiling instantly. I'm not going to be a victim of your energy. You going to get this energy that I'm already charged up. They don't even be ready. They be ready to hit me with a scowl or an ice grill, but I hit them with that smile so hard, ding. They be like, oh, they be fucking defeated. Soon as I hit the corner, I didn't even think that you was going to have such vibrance associated with you. I thought you was going to hit me with anger energy. No, I'm not fucking Carlton from the Will Smith show. I'm happy. I'm just dark-skinned. Don't mean I'm mad. Don't mean I'm going through nothing negative. I'm a little bigger. I'm a little dark. It might seem like I got angry energy, but no, fam. I invade my mind with positive thoughts. I send out positive energy persistently. I don't even deal with people who send out negative energy because I can't associate it, nor can I attach with it. A.A. Rashid said something extremely poignant today. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said that I'm not dealing with people who do not fuck with themselves as much as they want me to fuck with them. Y'all might be feeling like y'all need to uplift the ghetto and help people until you to a place where you can solidly help a person without it affecting you. You need to get around people that's going to uplift you. When you walk around, they're going to be like, hey, Jermaine is here. Let's give him a big ass group hug. I'm so happy to see you, Jermaine. You go to people's situations and go in people's house, they be, here you come. Or it's, I can't wait to tell you this negative thing that done happened to me. And a lot of y'all black boys, especially the ones that they gave Ritalin to and told y'all that y'all had ADHD, the spiritual level of that was that you was empathic, meaning that you was absorbing energies. Now, men, put some ones in the chat if you ever been through a situation like this, where you started hanging out with somebody and you started to develop their characteristics. They could have been rich and you could have been broke, but you hung around them. You just started developing rich nigga tendencies and shit. People just started giving you money too. Like, oh, you hang out with Man. You must be that nigga too. Here go $100 and shit like that. You start selling drugs like Man. You ain't never sold no drugs before. You know why that happened? If that ever happened to you, because you was empathic. You started hanging out with losers and lowlifes. Guess what you doing? You turning into a loser or lowlife. So very simply, Jupiter moving into Aquarius and you have an idea of the type of man that you want to be. You surround yourself with men that challenge you, fam. As opposed to you coming through looking like Carlton, hoping that you gonna meet somebody. You will meet somebody, a damn succubus. A succubus that's going to absorb your negative energy and make you feel worse. Get around people that you respect. Get around people that challenge you, and don't be that type of person. Because when people got shit going, they don't need you, fam. So you need to come and show that you are worthy of their fucking friendship. I know that sound crazy because you got the ego and shit, but like I said, if a person got their shit together, they don't need you. So if you trying to level up and you ain't social and you want to fucking play PS5 and be socially awkward and shit, that's your bad, man. That's your fault. And until you start to work internally, until you start to do real shadow work, until you just saying, you know what, if it's the time for me to pop out and be social and meet people, I can do that. I don't care. I'm a fucking beautiful man. That's what I'm hitting people with in 2022. Chicks will be with you and be like, oh, hey, hood, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. No. I don't need that energy. Am I beautiful? Okay. Don't. I'm telling you beautiful. I'm saying, hey, beautiful. Hey, goddess. And you want to just hit me with the hotel breath? No. I got my nails done, sis. Got my fucking hair lined up. Got my fucking skin done. Got my beard trimmed. Got a fucking $100 outfit on or some shit, or 200. I ain't doing more than 200. I'll be in Nordstrom's though, looking around, picking things up. I don't need that energy going into 2022. If you can't love on me like I'm loving on you, oh, you a man, you don't need love. Fuck all that, fam. No more pain face looking boys going into 2022. Now, why aren't we happy? Why don't we pick up on our sixth sense of humor? Like, I be doing shit on social media. I be just saying shit like jokingly. When you say shit jokingly, it's not to, like, you can say a joke and it's a lie. Like, why did Mary hit Tom or some shit like that? Nobody really exists named Mary or Tom. I'm just saying a joke. But when you don't do inner work, I can be talking about Mary and Tom and you be like, who the fuck, why are you talking about Mary? That's my name. I don't know nobody named Tom. You don't know me like that. Sis, I'm saying a joke about a fictitious Mary and Tom, not you. Still, don't say Mary. Call her Charmaine or something. I don't like that. Triggered. Back to what A.A. Rashid was saying. If a person is beating themselves up, you can't do nothing for that person. And I know it may be difficult, and I know it may be hard, but you need to surround yourself with people that believe in themselves, especially if you don't believe in yourself, so you can begin to learn how to be a better man, how to be a better woman. Surround yourself around women that challenge you to be better. Surround yourself by men that challenge you to be better. See what they got going on and say, how can I be a part of what y'all got going on? Teach me, show me. I'm showing myself to be vulnerable because my head is not up my ass. I want to grow. I want to be better. I'm fixated on positive things. I'm fixated on laughter. I'm fixated on joy. And if you send out that energy, you don't even have to say it. I promise you, people will open their doors for you and say, damn, I was waiting on you. You was waiting on me? What you mean you was waiting on me? I don't know what I'm even saying when I said that. I just said that. I don't know, but I'm here. You here now. Have a seat at the table. Get a plate of food. Come eat with us. You know, that type of deal. What I'm trying to explain to you is that you are a spiritual being and miraculous things can happen to you when you send out the energy unequivocally. And what I'm also saying to you, since you are a spiritual being, you can obsess with negative things and this could take your joy and laughter out of life. And just because people call you spiritual, that don't mean that you're right and exact. Your shadow work is based upon how you truly feel, irregardless of how people feel. So you got to be honest about what you're obsessing about, negative things or positive things. Your spirit is not here to traumatize you into a negative situation. That's your ego and humanity doing that. You don't know about the spirituality yet. Especially if you going through, I'm depressed, I'm going through all of this negative stuff and I don't have no recourse. Oh my God, what am I going to do? You're going to create that. So how does one bring themselves out of this situation? First of all, you are not your thoughts. Because you remember when you used to think that you was hot shit and you was walking in the club doing a damn chickie dance. I love it when she do it right there. You had on a goofy ass hat and shit like that. Goofy ass outfit, goofy ass dance, just a full on goofy, but you thought you was hot shit. I love it when you do it right there, doing a damn chicken dance and shit like that. Couldn't tell your ass nothing. Right? So, you can do it, basically what I'm saying. You can be vulnerable, you can be a damn goofy, and you can still feel good. Y'all niggas was wearing 4X's. What was 120 pounds? So don't tell me that you gotta be looking perfect and all of that. Y'all was looking goofy as hell and feeling good about it in 2004 and shit. I love it when you do that right there, looking ass niggas. And now, oh, I gotta worry about what people view of me. I gotta watch my image. No, you don't. No, you don't. That don't matter. You ain't care about that. So, very simply, what you focus on magnifies. So, take this very seriously going into this new moon week to magnify that which is joyous, that which is beautiful, that which is attractive, that which is passionate so it can grow. Because that's where you're going to be actually satisfied at. And it's not about looking perfect or doing the right thing or wondering what's wrong with you or that type of energy, because that can be a magnifying force too. You got to realize that you be on bullshit for a majority of time, but you being on bullshit is not going to move you out of positive shit. It's somebody right now experiencing pure bliss and is a pure fucking jackass asshole that don't give a fuck about nothing. You will go on a cruise to the most dream destination site, and right next to you will be a fucking asshole the whole flight, farting and shit, snoring and farting, farting when they fucking snore. And this is the trip of your lifetime. This is just some shit that he do on the third Friday of every fucking month. And you saved up 2 years to go to this shit. Yeah, you a goofy. You gotta understand this shit. You a goofy. And everything you do is going to be goofy. Get over it and focus on the bright side of shit. Cause all of the shit that you wishing for, you done been lapped 28 times, right? This was another concept that we talked about earlier in the solar plexus chakra class, that of being dead serious. Listen, fam. First date, she gonna come with the smile. She got the beautiful pearly white smile, fam. She gonna laugh at your jokes. She gonna look good, hair done, makeup, outfit, killing shit. Tell her that she look halfway decent and she should have done better. Tell her, is that makeup? Or is like you going to the circus after this? Or you trying to look cute? If she get mad, then leave her ass at the restaurant. You a man taking risk out here. You don't need no dead serious energy. Fellas, put in the chat, when was the last time your girl hit you with a funny ass joke? Tell me, do you remember? Or do they hit you with nothing but dead serious energy? I need to know. When was the last time you heard a serious joke? You had a good hearty laugh with your girl? Or do y'all sit and watch goddamn Kevin Samuels together and catch bad vibes? It's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. It is your fault. It's the man's fault. It's the woman's fault. Dead serious. Dead serious. But what's the main keyword to dead serious? Dead. See, when people are angry, when people are triggered, it's much more serious than we think about. See, y'all some OGs in the game. You feel me? And y'all don't count. No, but seriously, to be dead serious is to be actually dead. To be triggered, to be triggerable, to be in a relationship and not have no laughter in that relationship is dead. Serious. And ain't nothing happening. Why so serious? And y'all sharing this serious energy. Y'all sharing this zombified energy. And when you love a wife and you love a man and you in a relationship and y'all not cultivating positive energy, then you are in a psychological prison of sadness and loneliness and despair. Of course that turns you into a zombie. Learning how to be happy and joyful is very much hard work in relationships. It can be done, but like I said, counsel, working with people, getting around other relationships, not isolating yourself within that relationship, learning how to laugh, learning how to be hospitable, learning how to be a good host. All of these things are prerequisites to having a strong relationship, because a relationship is a community affair, whether you know it or not. We tend to think that our relationships are extremely private and we shouldn't let nobody into it. And then what tends to happen is that you are abused and emotionally taken advantage of in situations like that. And Robert Greene's Art of Seduction, that was one of his first rules. Isolate your victim. So therefore, that victim doesn't have any resources to actually, get positive feedback from. And then that's basically your little toy. So if you're not happy in your relationships, and this could be job or just overall friendships, and everything is serious and everything is obligatory, it's time to shake it off. It's time to move from it and learn how to laugh a little bit. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be the person who brings joy, humility, and fun. Be the person who brings joy, humility, and fun. Soon as your boyfriend come in the house, you got negative energy for him. Just cut eyes and cat eyes and why you so happy? Where you been at? What do it say? Be the person who brings joy, humility, and fun, even as you strive to reach difficult goals and make your difference. Meaning that whatever you've been through the day with the kids or whatever is not then an excuse to then say, kiss my ass. And make sure you kiss the left butt cheek too, nigga. I've been doing shit. And I don't have nobody to vent to. I know that you a man and you deserve joy and laughter and a positive experience, but right now I need you to kiss my ass. And if you ain't never been taught that, you would never know it. And you think it is perfectly fine to come into your relationships and prod and probe and to find that negative thing. See, what happens is you can have a beautiful relationship and you can have your phone on the table somewhere. Phone ain't bothering nobody, but you go to the bathroom. All right, babe, I'm going to take a shower. She see your phone unlocked. She going to go look through it. And she going to find something. And then she going to be mad about it. But at the same time, never take accountability for the fact that that's your phone. Never take the fact of like privacy and that type shit. But at the same time, she's going to use what she finds in your phone against you to create a reason, a logic base, a foundation for the point of negative experience and negative energy. It's not that you look through the phone. It's the fact that you're going to justify what you found in the phone to give negative energy. Let me break it to you. Let me tell you something that you probably never been told before. It is not your job to bring negative energy to the person you're in a relationship. It's quite the opposite. So with you, when you're in a relationship and you get ghosted or a person leaves you out the blue, it's 10 times out of 10 that you're not the person who is bringing joy, humility, and fun. You bring a heartache, hard times, and not enough hard-ons. You feel me? Just out here giving niggas trouble and issues and shit. And ain't no good men out here. No, the good men just don't want to deal with you and your problems and your issues. That's all. How do you alleviate this negative energy that you just keep sending to people for no reason? Telling people when and where to kiss your ass, how to kiss your ass, what crevices that they need to lick, and things like that. And if they don't lick your crevices to the exact level of how you expect them to lick your crevice, then something is wrong with him or something is wrong with her. No, you observe your thoughts. You observe your feelings. You observe your beliefs. That window of observing your thoughts and feelings, it lessens their effects over your life. You allowing your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to run your life when that's not your job. Your job is not to honor every single thought and feeling and belief and magnify these things. Especially if you don't even recognize that there is a separation between that actual thought. Like we say earlier, what coat are you wearing? Is you wearing, let me look in your phone so I can have a reason to argue with energy? Or are you wearing, let me love on this person? Or you feel like you don't love them, don't search for a reason to not love somebody. Just, pack your bags and play that Beyonce song. To the left, to the left. I promise you, if you said, I was mad, I was mad. No, you wasn't mad. Mad was an energy that had nothing to do with you. You went to the store, you bought mad, and you put it on, and you wore mad in front of your husband. And you said, how you like my new outfit? It's called mad, nigga. And this is how I'm feeling, and this is the energy that I want to give you. I'm going to wear this outfit for the next fucking year. Every time I see you, I'm going to take off what I was wearing and throw on my mad outfit. And this is the outfit that I want to wear. I don't want to wear the sexy one. I don't want to wear the cute one. I don't want to wear the loving one. I'm wearing mad. I'm wearing the hurt outfit today. I might mix match. I might wear a mad jacket and a hurt pants and some goddamn fucking torn leggings or some shit like that. Not torn like sexy torn, but my heart is torn into pieces because you texting somebody that ain't me. You finding joy outside this relationship, Jermaine, and I have a big problem with it. So every time I see you, I'm wearing the kiss my ass outfit. The moment that you realize that these are outfits that you're putting on, i.e. observing your thoughts, then you say you're slower to put on the angry outfit. You might make a decision to say, you know what? I'm going to switch up the energy and throw on the I'm going to give them some head today outfit. Head for no reason outfit. Right? I'm going to just give them head because we married outfit type energy. I'ma love him just because I'm deciding to love him. I'm not going to base it on what he done positive or no bullshit like that. I'm taking responsibility for the clothes that I wear in the relationship. And this is self-observation in a nutshell. So what takes us out of laughter is our association. Mainly our spiritual association. So spiritually or not to be spiritual by association, as we stated earlier, being empathic human beings, when you hang out with scam artists, you become a scam artist. You might not even realize it. You might think that you're just doing a good job at your job, but the reality is if you associate with scam artists, you become one. So a lot of things, I'm gonna just give this example. A lot of people will join a church and that church will say, this is the place where Jesus is at. This is where Jesus come through. My name is Reverend Dr. Franklin and I'm anointed by Jesus himself. He come talk to me every night. And this is how I present his services, his sermons. I channel Jesus. And so that's a big lie. But everybody in the congregation that believes that fact now believes in that lie. So by believing this lie and engaging in this lie and feeding into this lie, you become associated with this lie. And I bring this back to spiritual people. I take spirituality extremely serious, no pun intended, but it's not to a point where this is my livelihood. This is my profession. I want to be proficient in it. I want to be a better professional than I was yesterday. And I say all of this to say that I can notice when a person is disingenuous in their spiritual practice. They use the buzzwords, the keywords, and then people get involved in it whatever group, whatever scheme or scam that a person is leading or some shit like that, you become associated with this particular person or energy or entity, because a lot of these people are really slaves for particular energies and entities. This is why I try to get into the nitty gritty of the psychology of all of this spiritual shit, because I don't want to become somebody's slave. I don't want to follow somebody's lead. I'm very specific on I follow my soul and you follow yours, and being real serious about individual spirituality. Yeah, we got the mystery school, but I'm not an integral part of the mystery school. It's conversations that exist on the mystery school that I don't have nothing to do with. Nor am I saying, well, make sure you check in with Big Uncle Kyrie first before you move forward, because it ain't no group like that. Right? It's one-on-one, you doing your own thing. And if you are in situations where people are associated with you and that spirituality is intertwined into it, there's rules and parameters and all different types of austerities. So you could be in a part of like a coven and they say you got to spin around 3 times and break dance like the goddamn fat boys in order to come into the goddamn fucking coven hall or some shit like that, and you might do a fucking spin on your belly and get stopped and don't do the fucking spin right. They'll kick you out the fucking secret society and you won't be able to have fucking ritual sex with them or no shit like that because you can't break dance good. And I know that's a funny or a weird analogy, but that's what spiritual groups are. They have these rules, they have these standards, and if you can't do the rules or you can't do the standards, it's saying that something is wrong with you. But the fact of your spiritual truth and the fact of you connecting to your ancestors, if you're not a part of a fucking Freemasonic group, that don't mean something wrong with you. If you're not in a fucking church, that don't mean something wrong with you. If you ain't lockstep with the Moors or this military organization, I'll tell you this, it's too many organizations to be a part of, for one. And for two, how do you know if you're choosing the right one? You don't. So you have to trust yourself. So if you are disappointed or upset or not in the energy of laughter, it's because you fuck with too many lames and you associate it with the lame energy, and it's now bringing something that you associated with. And the reason that you felt the need to have to associate with them because you was in the realm of competition. You thought, little old me, I'll never be able to do nothing worthwhile, so I won't be able to create my life. I have to associate with people who are spiritual, or you know, I have to do all of these rules and all of these rigors. And do you know why you have to break dance like the fucking Crush Groove or no shit like that? No, I don't know why I have to do it. It's just a part of the group. If you don't know intimately why you're doing stuff, then you shouldn't do it. Your group tell you, oh, we doing this ritual where we gonna mess with these kids. What you gonna say then? Is you strong enough to say I ain't gonna mess with this group no more? Or is you gonna tell the police? Or is they gonna do something to you? See, it get deep with these secret society and Illuminati groups and Freemasonic groups. It's shit that goes on with these groups that they don't tell you. Right? And the only reason that you can get caught up into shit is if they not telling you the fucking small print, the fine print. They saying, oh, come here. It's all love and light. It's all hotep. What I notice about spiritual people is that they can be scam artists. They can be parasitic. And y'all is easy fucking prey for a spiritual person. Because I can say some buzzwords like this, like that, and you'll never know that within me is this dark demonic energy. Because I'm just saying all of the buzzwords. And I ain't going to stand in no spiritual shit. I can say chakras, but then you be like, all right, what's a chakra? You know what a fake spiritual person is say to you? Do your own research. You got to do your own research. Don't be asking me no questions. You're supposed to be our spiritual leader. Why you ain't got the questions then? Why you don't got the answers? Because there is no such thing as spiritual leaders. You are the spiritual leader for your fucking self. And this is your creative power. And I'm not saying isolate yourself, but I'm saying give to the situation. Have transparency in your relationship. I said open and honest communication, not veiled symbolisms and weird hand gestures that you don't even know what the fuck is about. Stop trying to save the world, especially if you don't meditate. Especially if you don't look within yourself, see the darkness and get rid of it. Especially if you just simply try to vibrate to a positive energy and just stay in this positive range and not look at life from a holistic point of view. It's fucked up shit that's happening. It's fucked up aspects of you that if you try to avoid one or two, they'll come back to you full face. That's the nature of spirituality. So to perfect spirituality, to stand in spirituality, to teach and profess spirituality, you'd have had to overcome some shit. And you didn't overcome it through competing with people. You've overcome it. Well, I've overcome it by creating my own reality, writing my own books, creating my own passive streams of income. I never had to click up with these dudes, these spiritual dudes, because I would have said, you know what spiritual dudes used to say to me at the beginning of my spiritual journey when I had that thought? Hey, man, you going to have to chill with the shit that you're saying. It's not that you're saying nothing wrong, but you just kind of saying too much. And I said, what you mean I'm saying too much? It's like you rough around the edges. No, I'm just being who I am, fam. I ain't about to be fake for no religious fakery, secret society shit like that. No, I'm going to just be myself and find my tribe that way. This is taken from Wallace D. Wattles, one of the best books ever, The Law of Opulence, where he talks about getting yourself out of the realms of competition and in the realms of creation. Creation related to your emotions, created to your positive energy, lets the creative flow seamlessly. However, the woe is me energy, the saddest energy, or I need to be better than him, or I need to be better than her, it's like a literal dam to your flow. You are to create, not to compete for what is already created. You do not have to take anything away from anyone. You do not have to drive sharp bargains. You do not have to cheat or take advantage. You do not have to let anyone work for you less than he earns. You do not have to covet the property of others or look at it with wishful eyes. No one has anything of which you cannot have the like. Nobody has nothing which you can't have yourself. You are to become a creator, not a competitor. Stop worrying about what other people are doing and simply look at yourself, find your darkness, find your obstacles, and deal with that shit. Because it's only the people who imagine that they have no obstacles that sit behind their obstacles. The smart people look at obstacles and figure out solutions to get over. Smart people connect and link with people of like minds and create something larger than themselves. But you do not get to that point sitting with all of this darkness within you that you refuse to extinguish. Everything is serious, everything is angry, but that is your filter. If you remove the negative energy from within you, your filter becomes clear and you're not going to be as sad and angry as you was when you was disconnected from source. When you wasn't actually meditating, gaining austerity, gaining a sense of peace and calmness. You think that you're going to be stressed out and negative if you're tuned in and tapped into your soul? No, you're going to be laughing your fucking ass off perpetually, no matter what happens, because whatever does happen, you see the light, you see the dark, you see the up, you see the down, you see the left, you see the right, you see the good, you see the bad, because whether you see it or not, it exists. as spiritual people, we don't look at things and say, oh my goodness, they got a disease and this is going to end our spiritual journey. All this shit that I've been talking about is going to come crumbling down because of the news. You keep pushing. And if you would have kept pushing and if you would have kept living, you would have made it through the whole situation. Like, damn. You would have leveled up tremendously if you did not let fear lead you and drive you over these past 2 years. So going into 2022, you should know without a shadow of a doubt, if you simply don't live in fear, you will thrive. You will take over. But if you live in fear, you might be under some form of illusion or confusion. I came up with something for y'all. It's 3 P's, but I'm going to call it 4P. I just came up with a 4P. It's present, perspective, polarity, persistently. Being present, having a proper perspective, and looking at things from a proper polaristic point of view. You are up and down. You are left and you are right. You are good. You are bad. You are light. You are dark. Do not get fixated on one aspect. Get fixated on the whole shit. And once you start looking at the whole shit, you will start bubbling with laughter. That seriousness, that dead seriousness, it becomes to awaken into a liveliness that exists in your God form. Your God form is holistic. Your God form is present. Your God form is the perspective of being God. In polarity, it sees the good and bad in it all. It sees the gazelle in the lion. It doesn't lock the lion for eating the gazelle. It understands its nature. And sad to say, it's just reality for a lot of things. But some things can be completely altered when you begin to create a sunny disposition. Genuinely, don't be the girl who's smiling in front of the dude and then he say some shit that you don't like and you splashing water in his face, you smacking him, you slashing his tires. You was fake happy, sis. You was fake happy. You was trying to focus on the good. And when the negative came, you wasn't able to handle it. And you can't blame nobody for that. You wasn't even prepared for a negative situation. You literally thought you was going to get in this relationship with this man and everything was going to be perfect. But when things started to happen, contrary to your perfect vision, you panicked. Present, perspective, polarity keeps the smile on your face. And to finish this off, pervasive joy. Where does joy come from? Joy comes from within yourself. So putting all of this stock on your baby daddy, baby mama, relationship, wife, husband, kids, all of these things, and then saying, well, the reason that I'm sad is because everybody in my life isn't perfect the way that I want them to be. Then that's your excuse to not be in the realms of developing a strong sense of humor. See, when they talk about the sixth sense, it's a sense of humor. Because that sense of humor, just like your sense of smell, your sense of taste, is all indicative of your inner reality. What you like is specific to what you like. Your joy is specific to if you're able to find your joy within yourself and stay in this place. If you have certain benchmarks, standards, things you're going after to feel this feeling of joy, let me be the first person to tell you, you'll never feel it. If you say, I'm not basing my joy on the external, I'm basing my joy on my meditation, I'm basing my joy on my connection to source. The reason that people meditate is because you don't get anything from it. Because if you were to get stuff from meditation, you will always treat meditation like it was a fucking sandwich. You might eat a sandwich today, you might eat a sandwich tomorrow, but what we are teaching in consistent meditation is so you can find the joy within yourself, so nobody can take it away from you. Peace within yourself, not relying upon devices and social media and friends and happiness and joy and good dick and good pussy and vacations to say, this is the reason that I found joy. And if you don't do the shit that I've done, you can't find joy. That's not what we're doing. I want you to know, wherever you're at, you can experience joy, because joy is found within you. And that joy will have you smiling, laughing persistently. And the reality is you haven't sat with yourself long enough. And that's a shame and a tragedy for most of our people. They have not found the joy within themselves. That is tragic. Because you'll never find it outside of yourself, but you're too bored when it comes to meditation, meaning that you don't trust yourself, but you want to get into a relationship. How are you going to be able to trust a man when you don't trust yourself? How are you going to be able to rely on your relationship when you can't truly rely on yourself? This is real things, real internal, personal things that if you can be so serious about your joy and your actual feelings internally, then this would be your responsibility to give. And if you were able to connect these two dots, you would never have a bad experience in your relationship because you showed up and did your job. What is your job if you didn't realize this yet? Don't take yourself too seriously. Be the person who brings joy, humility, and fun, even as you strive to reach difficult goals and make your difference. That has been my weekly Astro report. Thank y'all for being good sports. Thank y'all for your donations, super chats, cash apps, PayPals. I really do appreciate the love. I'm telling y'all, meet me in 2026. We'll be in the metaverse, and I'm taking applications now for anybody that's trying to be on the deacon board, the usher board, and also we doing choir auditions the winter of 2025. This has been a wonderful edition of the weekly Astro Report. Be sure to join learnsidereal.com. Take a gander at the article. Hope you took some value from this. Hopefully you got some notes from this, and be sure to refer to this video and article throughout the week, as I will be sharing clips in reference to how the energy will progress. So I just kind of laid this down, laid the article for the week. So hopefully we can bring some alignment into our lives and start shooting for the stars, start manifesting the things that we truly want to manifest by simply offering that energy in our relationships. If you waiting for that energy, you on bullshit. If you waiting for somebody to give you this energy, you on bullshit. Be the light to somebody. Be somebody's ignition to their fucking passions. Ask a motherfucker some questions in 2022. Hey, man, what make you happy, man? Where's your joy? You know what I'm saying? Just stop. Get your head up out your ass, man. But it is 9:38. It's about time for me to go to the crib and see my kids and love on them, see my family and love on them. And this has been an episode, man, a weekly Astro Report. It's been fun. It's been a day's worth of work well spent, multiple days worth of work well spent. I'm happy that I was able to share yet another episode with y'all. Hopefully y'all have a prosperous week. Get y'all money together, get y'all love, and prepare for this weekend. Do something exciting. Excite your passion. Stop living this mundane, regular life. You feel me? Go to the strip club or something like that, man. Turn up for the one time, man.
discuss shit. Sit your motherfucking ass down. I got 3 new additions in my fucking family. 3 new fucking kids. My sister kids. You know, I ain't saying we family. No, I'm giving these motherfuckers back, man. I ain't scared. These motherfuckers get on my fucking nerve, man. 3 fucking new kids in my damn family. 2, 4, and 6. Ooh, shit, come help me keep these motherfuckers. Usually that's what's wrong with parents today. You act like you don't see shit, you don't know shit. You see your fucking kid, you know your kid ain't no goddamn good. You know, and the 2-year-old, he do whatever the 2-year-old tell him to do. 2-year-old the boss. I came in the house the other day, man, 1 o'clock in the morning. She gonna send the motherfucker 6-year-old downstairs for some milk and cookies. He just gonna walk past me like I ain't shit. I'm babysitting. I said, where you going, dude? To get some milk and cookies. I said, I wanted to hear him say it again. I said, what? To get some milk and cookies. He gonna go upstairs in the room. The 2-year-old gonna say, where the cookies and shit, you know. He gonna tell her, him downstairs. She gonna tell him, I gonna get this shit myself. She gonna open the refrigerator, get a little ladder. I said, what you getting ready to do? To get some milk and cookies.
You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. Time to tap in now.
Huh.